I am here. Come on in. We're going to get to talking and chatting in just a moment. So feel free to come in. We are going to talk all things live streaming. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for joining. This is my 10 a.m. live. I go live twice a day, 10 a.m., 4 p.m. Eastern. As you come in, feel free to say hello, good morning, how you doing? Welcome everybody as we get ready to get started. So I appreciate you all joining me as we get ready to get started, okay? So I don't want you guys to feel like you can't come in and ask questions. Let me know if you have any questions. I want to make sure I'm supporting each and every one of you. Yes, this is my 10 a.m. live. So feel free to come in, ask any questions that you think are important to learn how to live stream. And we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Oh, gosh, we have been busy, busy, busy. And we're still dealing with some glitchy stuff, but it seems to be trying to get back to normal. So we are going to take it one day at a time, friends. One day at a time. I always like to look to see how, if there's any questions or people experiencing issues with their stream. And we've heard some issues, some glitching and stuff, but all is going to get better. It's going to get improved. And so we're going to talk a little bit about content creation. I want to make sure you guys are thinking about your process. I always said you got to be intentional about how you get set up, how you get going. So we're going to talk about content creation, okay? And then in the meantime, let me know if you have any questions. If you are curious about this process, I'm happy to answer questions as well. I usually start over here as a way to kind of make sure that I'm actively connecting with all of you before I go on the TikTok side of the street. So feel free to come in. Let me know if there's any questions. As you are coming in, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel as well. Okay? Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. So just looking at some of the emojis in here. Hello, friends. Hello. Thank you so much for coming in. And so we're going to get started. I think I'm going to go on the TikTok sooner just because I need to get going. I don't want to linger too long. So we're going to get started in just a moment. Feel free to come in, ask questions, and we're going to get going in a minute. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you give the live a thumbs up. Make sure you like the live. If you have not commented, go ahead and put a comment in to the chat as well. And feel free to subscribe as well. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We are definitely at a stage where we are growing. This is our growth season. I tell people that all the time. So if you're here listening, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. This is all about growth. We are trying our best to kind of start this year off right with going live daily, posting content, engaging with our audience. So all of that is a big piece of it. So make sure you come in, make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the support. Appreciate all the support, friends. We're going to get started in just a moment. And give me 1 second. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure I put on the do not disturb so we don't get interrupted. That just reminded me it was a message that came across. And feel free to come in as well if you have questions. I always want to make sure we're answering questions. Feel free to come in and let me know if there's any questions. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody coming through. Appreciate you. Give me 1 second. I'm setting up my screen. That's what's distracted me a little bit. But we're gonna get started in just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. Okay. And thank you all for being here. All right, friends. Hopefully all is well. Everybody is staying warm. And everybody's doing well. All right, friends, we're going to get started. We're going to go live in just a moment. Appreciate you all being here. We're just getting started. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. If you don't mind, give the live a like. If you are listening, let me make sure this is. And if you are listening, feel free to give the live a like. And then also subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all supporting the live stream. And we're going to get started in just a moment. I'm going to go live and we're going to talk a little bit on the TikTok side so that we are connecting with our audience, okay? And let me know if you have any questions in the meantime. Okay. TikTok, it is Dr. Lisa. Come on in. We're talking all things going live. Going live is what we're focusing on. We want to go live and support people with their live hosting strategy, friends. Come in. Let me know if you have questions. If you're a beginner and you're wondering how to get started, we're going to talk all things going live. So come in, ask questions. Feel free to come in and tap the screen and engage with other live hosts as we learn to go live with confidence and ease. Let me know if you have any questions on your Go Live journey, friends. Come in, ask questions. How you doing? Welcome to the live, friend. Appreciate you being here. Come in, ask questions. We're going to get started in just a moment. We're going to let some of our friends know we're here. Hey, Urban Eye Candy. How you doing, friend? Come in. My new friends joining me. If you are looking to go live with confidence and ease, come in and ask questions, friends. Appreciate you all joining. Feel free to ask me questions. How's everything going, Urban Eye Candy? Hey, friend. Morning. What's good? Nothing much. Good morning, Terry. How you doing, friend? Come in. We're talking all things live streaming. How to live stream on TikTok. Homesick today. Oh, sorry to hear that. You know what? I thought of you. Thank you for that daily hurt me. I thought of you. My son had a school after school event. It was for literacy, and it was like literacy fair. It was like a little fair that they had around the school, and he's in elementary school, and the public library was at the school, and they gave a flyer. And one of the they were talking about different classes and stuff, and on the flyer it said fiber arts. I thought of you because we talked about crocheting and knitting and all the fiber arts. So I was like, oh, she talked about that. I was like, I know what that is because of her. But yeah, this is in Orlando. So yeah, how cool is that? Yeah, so our library does fiber arts. They have a class on it. Just saying, friend. You might want to reach out to your library. You want me to send it to you? I can send it to you as well. Hey, Nika Grace, I see you, friend. Come on in. You can be like, hey, this library in Orlando do fiber arts. Hello, friend. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. I'm excited for him. Please do. Oh, send you the flyer? Okay, I'll send you the flyer. It is in his folder. Okay, I'm sure I still have it. You know, you toss stuff. I don't think I tossed that. I think it's still in his folder. If I don't have it, then that means I did toss it. But I think it's in the folder. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. Come on in. Feel free to share out the live and let our friends know we are here. We are live right now. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you all coming through. Um, Let me know if you guys have any questions. We're going to talk a little bit about getting started, especially my friends, like my new friends, my friends who are new. We talked about this before. We talk about what does it mean to know your niche. I think that's important, y'all. I'm just going to say that. Know your niche and know your audience, okay? And then you can think about the content pillars, okay? What is that value proposition? What are you offering? Are you doing something that is educational, entertaining, inspiring, and then when you think about just relational, people can be able to relate to your content. So as you're talking about that from a live stream or your content creation, you got to be intentional about how you set things up. And so the people who always come into my live and it's like, oh, I just want to talk to everybody. I just want to go live and I want to talk to anybody come in my room. Everybody's welcome. I will say that's true. Everybody's probably welcome, but are you actually talking to everybody? And so that's going to be the key. And so we've had some new friends who just started their journey. And so I always want to make sure that you guys understand, like, as you're doing this, you have to be relational. You have to connect with your audience. You have to be engaging. I met new friends again this morning that do makeup lives. I love it. I love it. Nika be out in the street. She's like, I'm going to find my friends. I'm going to find my people. I love it. Making a lot of great connections. That's awesome. That's the name of the game, friends. I'm just going to say what she's doing is spot on, okay? If you guys are not out there finding your community, finding people who are interested in your content, interested in your topic, you got to find your people. Have to find them. They weren't finding me. Well, they was going to find you eventually. Well, you know what, Nika? Here's what I'm going to say to you. This is where your content, it's going to be your content, friend. Your content is going to be your best friend. I was over the weight. Yeah, but you got to produce the content too. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I am using this microphone today. Let me know if you can hear me this morning. Appreciate you all being here. If you, hopefully my sound is picking up nicely. Um, and then I'm going to tell you guys, share out your live. So I'm going to share it out. Let me add it to my story. You said, I know, I really do. Yeah, crystal clear. All right, awesome. It's picking up good. Okay, that's good. It wasn't working for me last week. I was like, okay, let me try to see if I can get it to work today. And I charged it. I think it was just the charging needed to happen. Um, yes, it is. Okay, thank you, friend. Um, Yes, so let's talk about that because I mean, part of my talking points today. Hey, Tiffany, how you doing? Thank you for the follow, friend. Part of my talking points today was going to talk about the importance of the content creation. We gotta be in the content too, and I know the glitch. Hopefully, we're past the glitch. I don't know. I need to do a check in with all of you all to see how far are we past the glitch. Hopefully, we are past the glitch and we've gotten past that, and all is well in the world. Okay. But if we're not past the glitch, we definitely want to be intentional about being past the glitch too. Let's see. We are not past the glitch. Nika, that tickled me. Nika's like, let me tell you like it is. Hey, Coach Rhonda, let me tell you, we are not past this glitch. What are you seeing out in the streets? You was out in the lives. What was happening, friend? You said we are not past it. So what was happening? People were like, it's still glitching. What's the issue people are saying? Wait a minute, let me look at my gallery. That's probably where I need to go. Yeah, that's probably where I need to go. My gallery is still not representing all the things that happened on Monday. So Monday there was some gifting done, and now it's like it never happened. So I don't know. Stronger, how are you, friend? I added you to our group chat. How you doing? How's everything going? Gallery's still empty. Having problems recharging. All kinds of issues in people's lives. Really. Darn it, TikTok, get it together. Get it together. Come on now. People are trying to do what they need to do. We holding on, TikTok. We holding on. Be nice. Get it together. Hey, Nookie, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you joining the live stream. Thank you so much for joining. Others coming in, I appreciate you guys as well. So thank you so much, friends. Thank you for the populars. Oh, look at you, been here for 1 month, friend. All right, are you going live? What we waiting on? We waiting on. We waiting to see you. So keep us posted. Stronger. So I did add you to the group chat here on TikTok, and then you need to complete my school platform, so you contact form, so you can join the school community too. So that's the other thing. I need you to join the school community. How you doing? Hello, friend. Greetings. Thank you for the follow. How's everything going? Appreciate you coming in, girl. Mom, just me, my broke BFF, and her broke dog. Living life one day at a time. That's awesome, friend. Awesome bio. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all joining the live. Feel free to come in, ask questions. We're going to talk a little bit about live streaming. I'm gonna give some tips, and part of the tips I'm giving, Nika Grace, this is for you, friend. We got to get an uptick on the content creation. That's going to be the uptick that you'll see too, because people need to see the content. Oh, I will catch. Oh, we'll catch up. How are you and your community? I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Appreciate the blue hearts as well. So yeah, we got to get on top of the content creation side of things. So let me know if you guys have questions. We're gonna talk about live streaming. All of it is connected. So today your girl got to produce some content. So once I come off the live here, I'm gonna do some content too. I got to do a couple pieces and try to catch up. I was doing so well, y'all. The glitch messed me up. It threw me off my game because I was doing well with trying to produce content at least daily. I have a goal out there. We'll see how this goes in February. I was going to try to pick it up a little bit and do like 2 pieces a day if I can make time for it. I was going to see if I can get 2 pieces of content done a day and just do something that was not going to be too overwhelming, not too detailed, but just maybe a couple quick tips. And then I'm going to talk about content pillars because you can easily do content, like I said, educational content, inspirational content, entertaining content, that relational content where people can kind of relate to you, like a day in a life type content, that type of stuff. So you're doing this content creation to help your audience, your viewers. Remember, we talked about you got to have your target audience, you got to know who you're talking to, help them connect with you. Okay, that's how you're gonna create new followers. That's how you're gonna build a community when you go live. All of that is related to your live stream. Okay, so I just what you said. Yes, it is all connected. As much as we like to think it's not, it's connected. People want to see you. They want to see your work. They want to see what you're doing. They come across your content because they're searching for that content, especially if you're being intentional about using. And I'll show it again. I showed it previously, but if you are being intentional about using either Creator Search Insights, that's a helpful tool, really helpful, or the search bar on the home screen. Those are going to be the 2 pieces that are going to let you understand or let you know what people are searching for. Maybe what are some content gaps out there, and you can fill in the gaps with your content because people are searching for that. They're looking for that. Now, you also could use the search bar and it tells you what topics are trending. It actually gives you some really good insights on if there's a topic that is of interest to you that is your niche to tell you what's trending and what parts of that topic that category is trending. Okay? So it'll let you it'll show that for you as well. So be intentional about your content creation. Okay? I don't want you guys to sit back and say, oh, well, I didn't know. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to search. Put some content out there. And Nika, I'm going to say this specifically to my friend Nika. You have some really good content. Your lives, I mean, you can take clips. I mean, even if you're like, I don't know if I want to take clips. I don't know what I want to do. You literally can take clips of your live where you're doing from the beginning, where you're first setting up and putting the things on your face. The I don't know what it's called. What is it called? The little red things that you put on your face. See, I don't know makeup. I think I got filtered, but I will message you. Coach Rhonda, yeah, you got filtered. I didn't see a comment, friend. Eye patches. You're wrong for that. They're more sophisticated than just eye patches. What's the name? What's the formal name? Coach Rhonda, you okay? Let me know. You did get filtered. You did get filtered. Laugh out loud. That's what they call. They're not called just eye patches. What's the brand name? How about that? What's the brand? You're like the little eye patches. That's all. They all eye patches. I can't hear you at all of a sudden. You couldn't hear me? My sound went out. Let me see. Is it still green? I don't see the green dot. I can hear you. Okay, you guys can hear. Okay, the green dot's still there. I don't know, Urban. You think it might be your location? You said me too. Me too. You can hear me? You all can hear me? Okay. Let me know if you guys can. Um, Yes. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Eye patches. So the eye patches. Anyway, I'm saying you could take clips after you said what's the formal name. It went silent. Oh, okay. Well, the formal name is eye patches. That's what the formal name is. Urban Eye Candy, if you was wondering what the formal name was, it's called eye patches. Dermatology, when they come in lots of brands. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Thank you so much, Sarah. How are you? This was Nika. Nika thought she was being funny. She said, my eye patches. That's all they are. Anyway, she starts her lives with these red eye patches on, okay? And then she goes through a series of foundation, all that stuff. And my point to you, Nika, is that all you have to do is clips of that process and then your end results, your reveal, miss. That's what I was saying. TikTok gave me heart me's as a flash go. If you guys don't mind sharing your heart with me, laugh out loud. I wasn't being funny. That's what they're called. I know TikTok does the heart me's all the time, y'all. I'm so used to it. I appreciate y'all sharing your heart me's. Thank you so much. Y'all, you guys are so kind. Thank you so much. We got six, we got four of the six. So we have two more heart me's. So if you don't mind, if you haven't sent it already, I understand if you have. That's what TikTok does, the curveball. So we're getting the heart me's today, friends. So take note. If you have not gone live, it will be heart me's more than likely. So be prepared. Tell your people like, no, no heartbeats, no heartbeats on front end. Thank you for the popular. Thank you, Trisha T. So, okay, so Nika, back to you, friend. When it comes to, thank you for the roses. I appreciate y'all. When it comes to your content, take clips from your live. If nothing else, I don't want you to overthink this. I don't want you to feel like there's another thing you have to do. Coach Rhonda, appreciate your friend. Good morning, Trisha T. Appreciate y'all. Coach Rhonda, what you got filtered? Was it something you want me to address in here? Let me know. I'm definitely overthinking. Yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. I showed, like Trisha T, I showed you a little trick before from a content side. It will require you, Nika, for your live, and I know you have the board up and stuff too. So you can decide if you want to use clips from your live or you just might want to do a reveal, like a picture of when you first go live and then fast forward, like you could do a quick speed up the content clips real quick and then have the final reveal. So there's so many different ways you can do it. I have premium CapCut too. Okay, so premium CapCut, does it take out the board? Like if you had a board, would it remove the board for you as well? I think it can. It can kind of remove stuff. So yeah, just take clips from your live. That's all you have to do. Take clips, do a voiceover if you wanted to, or do it, set it to music and just have the clips running through with some music and day to night. You know how you have your start to finish, you have your beginning look and then the end reveal. You can have a whole setup like that. So you have some good content just because of your process of putting on the makeup and going through the different stages of it, steps of it. So thank you all. I appreciate you guys. We got one more heart me. So if we can get one more heart me, that would be great, friends. I appreciate you. Hey friends, thank you so much. Hey original. So content's gonna be important. We got that flash goal. We got that flash goal. Knocked it out the park. Thank you all. Appreciate the support. Thank you for that support. Good morning. Good morning. The content is key. So, like Nika Grace, there's some other people who are just starting this process, this journey. You got to be in the content. That's where people are. That's where they are. The live stream, don't get me wrong, because we're here in this space, we feel like everybody's going live. Everybody ain't going live. Not on this app. A lot of people don't go live. Like we are not the majority. I'm just saying we are not the majority of the folks who are on this app, and the majority do not go live. There are a lot of people who are strictly content creators, and I said, you scared? I'm scared of it. Scared of what? The content? I thought you were scared of live. Which one? You said, I need you to make up your mind. Which one you scared of? You scared of what? The content side? The live side? You said, I'm scared of that too. Whatever. Not anymore though. But yes. Where to start? Okay. Or where to start? Okay. Is it Timu? Tori. Tori with a T. Hey, friend. I'm gonna say Tori with a T. How are you? And you know what? Your first comment might have gotten filtered. You said, or where to start. What was the part before that? It got filtered. Where to start. You're talking about where to start from were you talking about from the live stream or are you talking about just the content side? I missed the beginning. So let's see. So yeah. Good morning. How you doing? Mix it up with Gigi. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for being here. Well, you said I'm new to going live. I want to know where to start. Is that what it is? I want to, and then cut off. I want to know where to start. Okay, gotcha. Hey, friends coming in. Thank you so much for joining live. If you are new, thank you for the follow. Put new in the chat. We're going to talk about going live. I've been sharing some information. You say yellow, yellow. Hello, friend. Thank you for that new. Okay. Um, so welcome to the room, friend. How you doing, Passion Designs? I appreciate you being here. God first, reading books, um, educational and urban fiction, grants and crafts. Okay, welcome to the room, friend. Thank you so much for being here. So thank you all. Good, and you. I'm doing well, friend. Okay, so we're gonna start really quickly. Where to start? You're used trying to figure out where to go live and how to get started. So we'll talk about that. Just to know, like my new friends in the room. A lot of times, I'm gonna take us a step back because where I started this particular live, I talked about the things you need to pay attention to. I said you got to know your niche. Okay? You got to know your niche. I am team niche. Okay? I know there are people out there talking about you don't need a niche, you don't need. I am 100% team niche because that helps to, first of all, anchor what you're doing from a content perspective, posting, and then your content for your live stream. Okay, so it really helps to anchor what you're talking about. So my friend Flora, she just learned, came in the room. She's in pretty much she does household plants. She's in the gardening niche. Okay, so she's in that area. When you think about plant life, house plants, helping you understand the different plants that you can have, different climates, she talks all through that. That is her niche. So the people she's talking to are people who are interested in plants, interested in gardening, interested in understanding how to care for plants. She's giving plant care tips. So that's what she does. For my live, I talk about my niche is helping you in terms of live streaming and TikTok coaching tips, live stream, TikTok live in particular, but coaching tips. So that's what I do. I'm a TikTok coach. I help you with your content creation, but also from a live stream perspective. So I'm helping you with going live. Okay. When we think about our friend Nika, we were just talking about Nika. She's in the beauty niche. She's helping you with beauty and in particular putting makeup on if you're 40 and up and just understanding how to apply it, use it, all the things. So recognizing your niche is critical. Okay. Thank you so much. All the keywords and all the keywords associated with it. You're absolutely right. I think that's where you were going with that comment. But yes, and you need to understand that. It helps you with the keywords. It helps you with understanding what to say. Okay. So when you have a niche, that's important. Now, the next thing you need to know is who you're talking to. Hey, Coach Chantel, I see your friend. Thank you so much for the shares. If you guys don't mind sharing out the live, I would appreciate all the shares and support with spreading the love. Thank you so much, friends. The other thing is paying attention to your audience and understanding who you're talking to. And in team, you got to know who you're talking to. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot say, I'm coming on here. I'm going to talk to everybody. My live is for any and everybody who wants to come and experience it. That's great. You are welcoming people. That is awesome. However, people are not necessarily going to stay. Because if they don't agree or don't, appreciate what you're sharing and they don't think that it's for them, they're not going to stay. The live is not for them. I tell you all the time, if you look at any commercial on TV, they are targeting an audience. They have an audience in mind. If you are a commercial where it's talking about the latest hamburger, they're talking to people who eat hamburgers. They ain't talking to vegetarians. They're not talking to vegans. They talking to hamburger eaters. So you got to recognize that's their audience. They're not talking to a person who don't eat meat. So again, your content has to be for somebody. You got to know who you're talking to. Okay. So we just gave the example of Nika. She's talking to women who are 40 plus. She's talking to women who are interested in makeup, who are looking for tips and strategies to apply makeup and thinking about different looks and ways that you can wear it. So again, you got to have an audience that you're talking to. Hello. Thank you so much, friend. How you doing? Hey, E-Nurse, I saw you as well. Others come in the room, I appreciate you. So the moment you can kind of hone in on what you're talking about, who you're talking to, that's literally the first two steps. You got to kind of know that from the beginning. And then you come up with what's called content pillars. And so now you're creating content for your post, content for your live stream that is based on that topic and that audience. Okay? So you're integrating those two concepts together. What I'm talking about, who I'm talking to, here's the content I'm producing for them. Okay? So you want to be intentional about that on the front end. And so that's where you start. I mean, I hate to say it, but you almost got to kind of start there. So then when it comes to going live, and Tori, I think you were asking a question like how to get started here. At the very minimum, you got to make sure you have live access. That's the very minimum. You got to make sure you have live access. Drop me a heart, Tori, real quick, or anybody else new and you're trying to figure out how to get started. Let me know who you are. Just Tori, I want to see. I didn't check to see how many followers you had when I made that comment. You got to know. I think you had plenty. Yeah, you had 1,600, so you're good. I just wanted to make sure you had live access. Thank you so much, Tori. Right. So you definitely have live access. Have you ever gone live before? Let me ask that question before I talk about getting live access. If you've never gone live before, then that's the first thing you want to make sure that you have live access. You haven't. Okay. So what you're going to do, because you do have live access. I mean, you have enough followers as well as you've engaged in lives because you have a blue box and got your daily heartbeat. And so what you're going to do is actually click TikTok Studio on your homepage. That's where I would tell you to go because you're going to go to Live Center so you can see all the features there. I want you to click TikTok Studio on your home on your profile page, on your actual profile page, and then I want you to click in TikTok Studio. You'll see Post and you'll see Live. I want you to click the Live side, and you'll see. For a person who's never gone live before, you probably have that screen where it tells you to get live access. And you have to be 18 years and older. You're going to have to show your ID. They're going to do a little quick verification when you click the Go Live button. So you're going to click the Go Live button. That's the next thing you're going to do. You're going to actually click Go Live. And you're not going to go live. It doesn't happen that quickly. You actually have to do the verification. Yes, go live, go live. So, you actually have to do the verification first, and it'll verify your age and your ID with the ID that you hold up next to your face, and then once you get approved, and the approval happens within seconds actually, but once you get approved, you can do some things to set up your live screen. So if you click that Go Live again, you'll land on this page where you can click settings. You can do filters with the enhance button. You can do effects if you want to do an effect. This is called an effect. Hey, Holly Q. Thank you so much for grabbing that daily heart me. You can do effects, and then you can actually do a board. I think a board comes. You have to do 3 lives, so board may not be there in the first one. For some reason, somebody said it wasn't available, so I'm going to take their word for it that maybe the board feature isn't available yet. But you can definitely start the live stream. You can actually do practice. There is a practice mode. If you go under settings, you can scroll down to practice. And once you practice for like 30 seconds, it'll ask you, do you want to continue to practice? You actually can click to continue to practice if you want to. I'm going to tell you to rip the Band-Aid off and just go ahead and go live. Go live, okay? Don't try to, belabor on the fact that, oh, what if somebody sees me? Because that's the point. Hey, Luna, how you doing, friend? Thank you all for coming in. How you doing? Thank you. You say what? As a matter of fact, if you want to have a little bit of, because you have 1,600 followers, you could do a live. event where you schedule it. You can post about it. Guys, I'm going live about this topic. Come join me. I'm going to do my first live. And so you can post about it. You can add it to your stories. You can promote your live in a way that you hopefully will get some of your followers to attend with you. And then if you have family and friends, you can say, hey, join me live. I'm going to do my first live and we'll do it together. And so people can be in your chat. So you can kind of curate a live, a lively live with people, ideally people you know in the room. So I would encourage you to think about that if you do, if you want to do it where people are in the room with you, or you do it by yourself. And the one I did by myself, my first couple lives, I played with the effects. I just played with the different effects in there and just did some of the different features, kind of learned what was here. This bottom row is like your command center row when you really think about it. You're really, as a live host, you're really focused on this bottom row, whether you're going to do a co-host experience, have guests up on the panel. There's the, for me, there's the shop and service plus right there. And then these last three on this side is where I share out the live. I have the effects, the sound effects. So there's a wand. It looks like a little magic wand. You're gonna click that, and then there's the three dots, and the three dots has settings too. How you doing, Steph? How you doing, friend? Thank you so much for the follows. Those coming in the rooms. Sheila, how you doing? Thank you for sharing out the live and following as well. So all that is there for you. So my beginners, I usually do tell you to spend those first three lives playing around with stuff, getting to know what's here. Don't be nervous and afraid about it. Just play around with stuff. And there's going to be some people that pop in the room. And as they pop in, I say, hello, welcome. How you doing? Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for liking the live. I'm playing with effects. I'm new to this. I've never gone live before. Have you gone live? If you got some tips, let me know some tips. Yeah, you just have a conversation with the people who are coming through. That's it. So don't be nervous about it. Just talk through it. The biggest thing, Rosie, thank you for joining. The biggest thing is just making sure you connect with the folks in the room, because those folks may be your biggest supporters later as you go through this process. Hey, Jess, how you doing, friend? Those may be your people. And you never know. So you might want to make sure you're talking with them, connecting with them. Kevin, thank you for joining. Those who are coming in the room, I appreciate you being here. Make sure you grab your daily heart me, tap the screen, and share out the live. We did get the flash go. So we did get the flash go. And so, yeah. So Tori, let me know if you had a specific question, if there's something you want me to talk about specifically in terms of features or any other tips that I can provide you. Thank you all. Hey, Coach Jessie, great live yesterday. Awesome live. I got a chance to peek in on her. She was sharing some updates she did to her webpage. She is showcasing all the different goodies she has on her Beacon site and her collaboration she's doing with another creator on the app, which is awesome. I will have to say, you know, collabing with different people, that's the key to this. He said, quick question, with the on-screen banners in the live, will you as the host see the banner? Are you meaning this banner here? This is a board, or are you talking about the ticker tape that runs across the red or the black message that scrolls across? Which yes is that too? The board is, this is a board. So you want to say board or the banner that scrolls? Let me know which one you meant. The board. Yes. Yes to both of them. Your question was, do you see it as the host? Yes, I see my board. I see my board. Yes. Thank you, Black Lotus. I appreciate you. The board, really quickly, this board, you said I was so nervous. Oh, you did great, friend. The board is something you have to create before you start the live. So on that settings screen that I talked about before you go live, you're going to click board and you can edit the board. You can create the board. That's where you create it. When you're live, you hit that magic wand and it allows you to flip between different boards that you have already created. But you can't create or edit the board beforehand or while you're in the live. I'm sorry. Okay, because when I did it, I didn't see it. If you didn't see it, it wasn't there. If you didn't see it, it wasn't there. Hey, Nika Grace. So like right now, I'll take my board away. So I hit my board. Board's not there. Y'all don't see the board. I don't see the board. Board's gone. If I wanted to put a new board up, I could put a new board up. So this is a different board. Live strategy insights. So I have a couple different boards I'm playing. Oh, I'm gonna keep on trying. Yes. So um yeah, so if you click the wand, you see boards, you should be able to kind of flip between different boards that you have already created. So ideally, you might have some different boards in there that are already developed that you can flip to. Okay. Um, and so you can decide what was the flash goal. Flash goal was heart maze. Heart maze. I said that too. I said y'all probably gonna get heart maze today. It was heart maze. Um, yeah, and so yes. So seeing yours, the most calm teacher, and I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Peach Powder Living. Thank you so much, Powered Living. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Let me know if you have questions. Do you go live, friend? Let me know if you go live. So I'm gonna go back to my original board. Hello, Black Lotus. How you doing? Hey, Disaster Drama Queen. How you doing, friend? Coming in, grabbing that daily heart. We appreciate your friend. Let me know if you guys have questions. You know, my live hosts who have been going live for a minute. Let me know if you guys have questions. I know we're still getting through the glitching. Thank you very much, Urban Eye Candy. Thank you very much. Be right back. Okay. Let me know if I need to talk about boards. I can talk about boards a little bit closer. I can do the show and tell. Yes. Thank you for the populars, friend. So, what I will say is, you know, my season folks, we are in an interesting time. The year has started off a little bit of ups and downs. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. It is definitely, we're still, from what Nika said, we're still experiencing a little bit of the glitching. So we'll see how this goes. I just focus on remaining optimistic, honing and refining my life skills. That's it. That's it. That's it. In a nutshell. Let me actually pin that. Because that's it. Halleck, thank you so much, Frank. Because that's what we have to do. We can't control the uncontrollables. Okay, we can't control that. The glitching happened. From my understanding, it was a data center power outage. You know, the weather, all the other stuff that goes with that. That's neither here nor there. We've had to get through that, and we are still kind of getting through it. There's still some things that people are experiencing, so it's not at 100%. We are not back to what we were before the glitch. But I will say this. I want you guys to stay positive. I want you to stay optimistic. I want you to understand that this is a process. And the goal that you've set for yourself, because you know your goal, you know your why are you doing this, is what you want to stay at the forefront. I'm doing this because I'm trying to, enter this market space. I want to be able to connect with my audience. I want to grow my community. I want to leverage this for the next big thing. That's what you're doing. That's your why. So you figure out why, but you have to stay in it. If you do it one day and step away, then you're not going to see the growth. You're not going to see the growth. So, are there new restrictions? I got one yesterday, and I'm not sure why. Oh, thank you so much. How you doing, Apostle Adrian? You got your name back. You said them 7 days was like 20. Good job, though, friend. What you get the restriction in? You said, are there new restrictions? I haven't heard any new restrictions, but what did you get it? What did you get it for? What was the restriction for? And honestly, the glitch obviously has us all in a space where we're still trying to figure out, the algorithm is getting back up and running and things are happening. So I can't say that anything is new, but it may be that, some things are happening behind the scenes that is impacting the live streams. So that could be a part of it. Thank you so much for your information. Some of us need to hear this. Yes. How you doing? Is it Zulu? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And thank you for the follow. I dropped, but I think it's related to things not updated. Is that possible? You said so, Coach Rhonda. It dropped you out of my live. Thank you very much, Coach Jesse. Thank you very much. What happened, Coach Ronnie? You said I dropped, but I think it's related to things not updating. Is that possible? It could be. I will say, and this is from my backstage is just now coming back as of yesterday. Yesterday was the day where it was trying to come back in, and I was able to see some of your lives. Some of your lives were clearly not showing up on my screen correctly. So from a backstage perspective, I think the system is still trying to get back up and running again. Some of your lives, I saw some glitching where it was like pixelated and stuff. Again, I don't know if that's the backstage system. I don't know if that's the live stream itself. I'm going to assume it probably is relating to the live stream, so we're still seeing some glitching. So that could be a part of it. Um, original, let me know, friend. I want to make sure I didn't miss. It said I didn't comply with TikTok's guidelines as a restriction. Well, they didn't give it didn't give you a name for the restriction. Was it in the comments or was it on your screen? That sounds like one of those fake comment things that people put in there. Like you're not following the guidelines. You know, it doesn't sound like that's the language. They usually say what the restriction is for: follow for follow, static image, pushing people off the platform. You know, it'll say something. Um, that sounds like one of those fake messages. Fragment gallery not updating. Yes, it is still not updating my gallery. My gallery is off, definitely off. Fragments have been off as well. I know Nika complained about it. Here's something you can use. Good morning. The app is not alerting my followers when I go live. A lot of viewers say that they keep being knocked out. Yeah. Well, I think that's what Coach Rhonda just mentioned, that she got knocked out as well. Greetings. How you doing, Clinley? Clinny. I don't know why I say your name wrong. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Greetings. Drop back to C5. Wow. So you did lose fragments. Nika said the same thing. I think that C gallery is acting funny because everybody who's complained about what's happened in the last few days have been C gallery folks. I wonder if it's the C gallery in particular. No, it was on my screen. I appealed it. Okay, so it was a legitimate. Which one? But do you know which one it was? I haven't seen one where it just says generically you're not complying with the guidelines. It usually gives a reason. Do you know what it was? What it was for? And did it get approved? I just got my payout. You just got your payout today? Today's Thursday. Yeah. I was only referring, okay, let's see. I was only referring to the levels dropping. I was trying to not get filtered. Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Yes, I'm in C1. Maybe that's what's happening. Yeah. TikTok is deleting fragments and gift galleries. Yeah. Yeah, definitely the gift gallery for me has been it's definitely not correct. It's definitely not correct. So yeah, there's issues there. I will say on the thread, how you doing, Gracie? I will say on the thread for agencies, there's a lot of complaining because what's happening, not for nothing. I mean, the way you guys are telling me this is happening, it's happening for all these other creators, and then the agency folks are like, okay, wait a minute, what's going on? And so our point of contacts, they're reaching out to us, but at the same time, they don't have any control over it. I think the algorithm is still trying to figure things out, and they're trying to fix what happened over the last couple of days. So I would say just be patient. Hopefully it does fix itself soon. I know they from the meeting we had on Monday, they were diligently working on it, and they were saying they were showing us that all the different things that happened, that they were gonna make sure that the monetization, everything was rectified. So that's what we keep hearing. I'm not sure it was approved. I will check today. Okay. Yeah, definitely check today. You know where to go. You would go to, obviously you can go into your Live Center and scroll under tools and resources and go to rules and guidelines. It'll show you the history of any restrictions that you've gotten and see if there's ones that need to be appealed. You don't have a shopping cart or anything like that on. You don't have TikTok Shop. So if I recall correctly, that's not what you use. So it's nothing shop related on your end. I'm asking that just to make sure it's not a shop issue. But just now they gave and took it back and now put it back again. What's that? What did they give and take away? What was that? Hey, Rose Gold, how are you, friend? Appreciate you. Hey, Zia, thank you so much. Hey, Jake, Teamwork Besties. How you doing, friend? Thank you for the follow. I see you as well, friend. No, strictly a live streamer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I sent it to my PayPal. Okay, gotcha. All right, so hopefully it resolves itself. I will say this. I mean, obviously we're all seeing. Oh, you said your payout. There we go. We're all seeing the glitching is obvious, especially when it comes to the gift gallery. And I guess the fragments, like I said, the seed gallery is the one I keep hearing where people are complaining that they're losing fragments, they're dropping quickly. All that's happening under the C gallery. I will have to admit, the B gallery has been slow moving. So I don't know if all the B gallery folks left. I don't know if I'm the last one standing. But the B gallery is slow moving, so it hasn't dropped significantly the way some of the others have talked about their losing fragments and stuff. So and like I said, everyone I talk to, it seems to be C gallery folks. So there's definitely something there. Something's happening with the C gallery. But let's see if you let's do this. Put in a help desk ticket. Do you guys know how to do that? Put in a help desk ticket and see if that can at least put them on notice to say, okay, I noticed I lost a fragment. You said they did nothing. I know they're going to do nothing, but it's at least a record that you complained about it. That's all I'm saying. Mine is off too. Yours is off too. Oh, so what happened, Coach Jesse? Let me know what do you mean? Mine keeps disappearing and reappearing. Your gallery itself, or you like losing fragments? Let me know if you're talking about the gallery. Um, Miss Darlene as well. Are you talking about the gallery as well, or are you talking about like losing fragments? Um, the fragment piece, like I said, if you guys can put in a ticket, I can also send, if you want to send me an inbox message and say what's going on. I want to be able to copy paste what you're saying happened to you. Give me an inbox message. I'll send that in the backstage. We'll see if the backstage system is actually working. I can put that back there as well. We'll see. It probably is not that effective right now with everything being so glitchy, but I will make an attempt on my end as well. You said my gallery shows 3. Your gallery shows 3. When I click your gallery, I see 2. I see D2. And when I click your league, I see a D1. I don't see D3. So my gallery just disappearing, and I haven't lost a fragment. I do voice chat overnight. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So definitely send me a message, people, if you want me to take a look at it. Bernie with Curls, how you doing? Thank you for that daily heart me gifts. Gifts. Okay. Coach Jesse, send me a message. If you send me a message, I'll send it over and put it in the system, and we'll see what happens. All we can do is check. All we can do is, Daquan, how have you been? Where have you been, sir? Long time no see. Daquan. Hey, Jess, Faith, how are you, friend? Where have you been as well? Good to see you. Daquan, you've been busy. You've grown some more followers. How's everything going, friend? Hello, Dr. Princess. Thank you so much. Everybody coming in the room. I appreciate you all coming in. But seriously, anybody in the agency, if you guys are experiencing any kind of glitches, let's play it out. I'll spend some time sending messages. We'll see what happens. Hey, doll, I hope you're staying warm. I am. We're Florida. We are. We are. Hello. Thank you for that daily heart. We appreciate it, friends. So, my new friends in the room started. So, thank you, Jess. Jess, are you ready to get started, friend? New year, new you. What we doing? What we doing? We ready? Ready to get it going? Kiwi, thank you. So you said yes, ready. That's good. I had 7 out of 9 filled. Now it says 2 out of 9 filled. Oh. Hey, Lisa. Lisa, I should have an update for you in terms of your battle on Sunday. Lisa's doing a birthday battle on Sunday, guys. So I should have an update for you. Hopefully today. There's somebody who messaged me back saying they're gonna see if their creator is available. So let me see if they send me a message. Hopefully by the time I got off. But I should have a message for you soon. Dawn, how you doing? Thank you. Say okay, cool. And then Coach Jesse, same for you. I should have a message for you too. I'm working on both of your options. I'm waiting to hear back for yours as well. So 2 people reached out for both of you. Hey, Dawn, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you for the daily heart me. Folks coming in the room, I appreciate you all joining. If you are new, put new in the chat. If you ain't been here in a while, hey, love petals, put I'm back. I appreciate you all being here. So we were talking in the sense of just recognizing hello and I'm new. I appreciate you being here, Dawn. Thank you so much. Positive energy brings all things positive. I love that. I love that. And that is a true statement, friend. I love it. Thank you. Hey, Dee. How are you? Welcome to the room as well. Everybody coming in, thank you so much. Please take a moment to repost, add to story, share out the live. Let's get some more friends in the room. We're in our growth season, so we're trying to grow. So come in, support the live stream. Hey, fam. We talk about live streaming tips in this live. We know we just went through the glitch of 2026, Glitchgate, whatever we want to call it. So we just had to get through that, and we are still getting through it. Let me just say that differently. Thank you for the daily heart me. We are still getting through it. So we are trying our best to navigate this space right now, recognizing they make it a little hard on us, but we're gonna keep going. That's the name of the game. Thank you for the populars. That's the name of the game. We're not stopping. We're not giving up. Okay? We are doing this because we have goals. We have a why that we're focused on. We're trying to grow. We're trying to build something really, really great here. Okay? That's what we're doing. All right? Now, with that comes some obstacles, comes some challenges. And we're going to get through those challenges as well because we are doing great things, okay? So this is the beginning. I don't say that you're doing this one and done, but this is the beginning and this is part of how you grow, okay? Yes, they tried us. They are. They tried us. They are trying us. So, we're going to get through it though. They are trying us. The original, she got tried yesterday. She hasn't talked about getting tried recently, but she got tried yesterday, and it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through that. Hey, Holly, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much. Welcome back, friend. So we're gonna get through this. We're not gonna stop. Okay, stopping and quitting is not an option. All right. The only option right now is to start and keep going. Okay, those are our options. Start and keep going. All right. All right, so that's my pep talk for y'all because I don't want y'all to sit back and say, well, no, I'm giving up and I'm not doing this. Amen. Amen. All right, because you guys, I'm just saying, some of you guys are building things that are like phenomenal. It's really going well for you, and the glitch is a little bit of a stutter step. I'm not going to say it's stopping things, but it's a little stutter step, and we're trying to figure out, okay, how do we move around this? All right, but I want you guys to know that this is all about progressing. Okay, and then no matter what platform you're on, it's always going to be something. They're gonna have some glitches. They're gonna have some updates. They're gonna have some new rollouts. They're gonna have all these other things that you're gonna have to kind of navigate through. So we know that exists. Change is a constant. We say that all the time, but we're gonna keep going. Hey Kim, happy anniversary. So we're gonna keep going. We're not quitting. So quitting is not an option. So now we need to figure out how do we get better. Okay. So that's kind of what this conversation was about earlier. We were talking about getting better. We're talking about getting started, but getting better. Okay. And so what I want you guys to do, we want to hone in on making sure you know when you go live, who are you talking to? We got to know that audience. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Kim. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's just a little turbulence. Yes, stay strong. This too shall pass. Yep. Yep, that's it. I love that turbulence. Like when we're on the plane, sometimes planes just don't go smooth all the time. You gotta get a little rockiness, and then you gotta okay. Now we're gonna fly on. We're gonna keep flying. So that's what's happening. So we're gonna keep flying, y'all. Keep moving. Okay, we're not quitting. And let's think about it. We know this. Hey, coloring gems. We know this all the time that when we start something, we always have those situations where we go back and it's like, oh, I wish I would have continued that. I wish I would have kept going. I wish I would have done this. You can't, you can do that. Thank you so much. I see you, Kim. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you for being that title gifter. Thank you, friend. Hey, Leanne, I love Universified. I appreciate you all. You said right. But at the end of the day, thank you for the title gift of donuts, friends. Thank you very much, Dawn. Um, at the end of the day, you got to keep going, okay? And I don't want you guys to sit back and say, "Oh, I should have just kept going. Here's how far I would have been along." Okay? And your growth will happen at the point it's supposed to happen, but you just need to make sure you're doing the things to continue to grow. Okay? So, what does it mean with making sure you do the content? Okay? Content is critical. I'm going to talk about the content. I'm going to show you some ways to look at the content from a growth strategy. Thank you, Kim. I see you as that title gifter for the hat mustache. Thank you for the populars, Dawn. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for that. Um, and so we're going to grow. That's what we're doing. We're in our growth season. So I want you guys to look at your content. Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Don. I want you to look at your content as another vehicle, okay? For you to get your message out there, to reach your audience, your target audience, your right audience, as well as thinking about your content in ways of content pillars when you think about educational content, entertainment content, inspirational content, and maybe some relational content when you think about a day in a life or something like that, so people can relate to you. So those are like the content pillars, and you're typically deciding which of those pillars you're going to focus on. Like, what are you going to do to make sure that you're hitting one of those pillar points? And so the educational is like the how-to videos, the tutorials that you might do. Inspirational might be some motivational content that you're going to work on. Entertainment might be, you're doing a quick video where it's just the music and you're moving around and stuff, and you're creating this energy about your content and your topic and stuff. And then the relational stuff might be something where you're doing content where people are like, "Ooh, I can relate to that situation. That looks like me. I can see myself doing that." So just recognize that those are like the content pillars that you want to create content based on. And but again, for your audience, remember the relational stuff is because you're talking to a certain audience, okay? You're talking to a specific person, okay? So you're being very intentional about who you're talking about. Tima, thank you so much coming in the room. I appreciate you as well, friend. Thank you so much for supporting the populace and that daily heart me. If you guys have questions, let me know. My new friends in the room, if you're like, okay, what is she talking about? Let me know if there's something. He said, my pleasure, appreciate it. Let me know if there's something that you're like, okay, I don't get this, I don't understand this. Because what I do, my audience is people who are relatively new to going live in particular. I give live streaming tips to beginners. And then we have my friends who are returning. They're part of my creator network agency. They are building their community. They come back with questions and they want additional information because they're now elevating their live stream experience. They're coming back to get more insights on what's happening with the glitch. All that's happening. But at the end of the day, we're talking about all things going live. And if you are a live streamer, then you also have to think about the other parts of this app to make sure you're driving traffic and support to your live stream. You're building your follower community. Thank you very much, Color and Gems. And then I tell people, hey, Janine, I tell people also think about this from a perspective of saying, okay, what is my why? Why am I doing this? It can't be because Dr. Lisa didn't convince you to do it. That can't be the only reason. You got to have your own why. You got to say, I'm doing this because, and then what is your fill in the blank? I'm doing this because I want to grow my business. Thank you so much, Janine. How you doing, friend? I want to grow my business. I want to have passive income or primary income that says, okay, I can leave my 9 to 5. Or, okay, you know what? I'm not going to leave it in 2026, but hey, by 2028, 2029, I will have that option because I've created this foundation and I've now built this to a point where this is what I'm doing and this is how I'm growing. And these are the different opportunities that are presenting themselves to me because I've been intentional about this and I've been committed to this process. So I'm not telling you what your why is. Your why has to be for you. Thank you so much. And you have to do it in a way that is, authentic and comfortable for you to a certain extent. Let me say this, comfort is a relative word. I'm going to put quotes around comfort because at the end of the day, some of this is going to be out of our comfort zone. If you're doing this right and being intentional about it, it will be out of your comfort zone. You won't be comfortable because you're doing something that's stretching you. You're doing something that is making you think and operate in a way that you probably have never operated before. And if you're of a certain generation, we didn't grow up with this type of platform. environment. So this is not we're not accustomed to this. So we're now doing something. We're expanding and we're reaching for something that obviously is new and different for us, and it's not out of our reach. We can do it. So I just want you guys to be intentional about that. Going live was definitely out of my comfort zone. It was out of all of ours. You said, "Child, I know, I know." Dr. Lisa, how you doing, Mrs. Treetop? Appreciate you being here, friend. Yes, so this is out of our comfort zone, but we're doing it and we're not giving up. We're going to stay focused, okay? And that's why I said figure out what your why is. And I don't care if you have to put your why on a wall behind you or a wall to the side or wherever, when you remember that why. Why are you doing this? Because that's the thing that's going to keep you going. You know, you have accountability here with if you're part of the agency, and if you're not part of the agency, you can join. I'll talk about that in a second if you're curious about it. It's a free program, but you have accountability here, but at the same time, you got to have accountability to yourself. You got to say, okay, I'm doing this because I see the value. I see other people who are knocking it out the park, who are doing great, and they're no different than me. If they can do it, I can do it. I just need to make sure I'm getting the right information and I'm able to apply that to my niche, my audience, my topic. Okay? That's what you're doing. Goals need to be updated. Oh, my goal. Oh, the live goal. Thank you. I think it just automatically updated. Thank you so much, Mrs. Treetop. She's like, I'm looking out for you, girl. I think it just automatically updated. Thank you, it did. Okay, perfect. So just know that that's what's happening here, because I don't want you guys to give up. Thank you very much, Mr. Treetop. I don't want you guys to give up. So the glitching is glitching still. We're getting through this. It is a thing. It is nerve wracking. I don't disagree, because obviously I'm experiencing it in a couple different ways. Is actually, when it comes to ending the month strong and making sure we have our legendary January campaign happening. We're getting prepared for February. February is going to hit hard and we're going to go strong. The thing is, we could have been a little further along in this last week if we didn't have to contend with the glitching. And I'm saying that from an agency perspective. My counterparts in other agencies, they saying it as well. Everyone's kind of like looking like, okay, the end of the month is that time where people usually kind of chime back in and they're like energized and they want to go and want to end strong. And when you don't have that, it's kind of a bummer. So, but we're still doing it and we're not giving up. We're going to still keep going and we're going to continue to commit to what we're trying to do. Okay. And the goal that we have, our why, is that we're going to continue to be in this space and grow. And the other things that are happening, the other shiny pennies or the other staple platforms out there, they're out there. And I'm not telling you you shouldn't think about how do you diversify, but at the same time, you got to make sure that you're doing things accordingly for yourself here or any of those platforms. You got to be in making sure that you're being intentional about your niche, your audience, and then those topics that you're covering as part of your content pillars. Okay, so I want you guys to be intentional about that. Sometimes that is grossly overlooked. We're all over the place, and then I got my newbies that come in a room and they always tell me, hey doc, I want to talk to everybody in my room, everybody just come in, I want to talk to everybody. And then I was like, yeah, we all do. To a certain extent, but you got to know who your audience is. You got to know who your audience is. Who are you talking to? And ultimately, those are the people who are going to stay. Those are the people who want to listen to your message. Those are the people who want to learn and grow from you or be entertained or inspired by you. So that's what you want to do. So I teach that because I want you guys to have successful live streams and making sure that you're doing that in an intentional way. Doc, did you hear that many creators' gifts was disappearing in their gift? Yeah, mine did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Janine, yeah, I don't know what that's about. Like I said, it's been a weird week. They have to figure that out because people did gift. Now, I will say this: earlier in the week when I was gifting, it was not being deducted from my points, my monetization. I think that happened to me on partly like the half day Sunday because the 10 o'clock live I wasn't able to gift at all. I think I was able to gift in the 4 o'clock live, and the next Monday, the 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I think Monday, Sunday, and Monday, I gifted, and I know, I did not see my points change, my coins change. So I wonder if that was part of the glitching. I don't know. Where did they go? I know. I don't know if they actually calculated correctly. I wonder if that was part of it. That happened to me. Trisha T, I was in your live when that happened. I'm just saying, friend. I'm just saying. I don't know if she in the room, but if your gift gallery didn't show that I gifted now that it went away, you said it happened to me too. Yeah. I distinctly remember coming out of Trisha T's live and I was like, my points didn't show any of that gifting I gave. Has anyone read the new agreement? We were talking about that earlier in the week, Urban Eye Candy. We could talk about that some more. Um, it's definitely something we all want to take note of. I what I was sharing earlier, my initial take on it is that at the end of the day, I think all platforms are going to hit in this direction, especially in the age of AI. I think they're doing a little things, some of the censorship stuff that I think they're going to have to get a handle on, and make sure that they don't give their optics that they are censoring people because of they disagree with certain politics and stuff. That you can't do. I don't think that's fair. But when it comes to some of the other rules and stuff that are coming down with how they essentially own your content, they've always owned your content. And my friends who use CapCut, that was kind of the argument earlier when they updated their policies and procedures. People were like, oh, CapCut, they're trying to take your content. Well, they always did. And they just made it very, very transparent for you. So it's just interesting how, I mean, we're just going to have to figure out, like, again, I kind of go back to our why. Like, why are you using this platform? What are you trying to gain from it? What are you trying to build? And how do you leverage it for that purpose? That's where you're gonna have to be at. I've seen posts about it, and it's true. If it's true, it's cringe. Hello, thank you very much, Dawn. It is, but again, I think what's happening. I don't know if it's true. That's the other thing about it. I don't know. So what I've learned from content creation, being around here, like everything you can't believe or agree. It's up to a person's interpretation sometimes. But I think some of the stuff is black and white. And I don't know if that's necessarily up for interpretation in terms of what they're saying their agreement is. So you just have to see if this is the space you want to be in. So that's what I would say to that. You just got to be aware of it. However, the other platforms also do it. Greetings, friend. Hey, lovely Diversified. So I just say that to people because I don't want people to kind of sit back and be like, well, no, that's only TikTok. No, it ain't. It ain't. They all do it, and they all are going to be doing it a little bit more blatantly and transparently too. So we just got to figure out, like, okay, is this the sandbox we want to be in? And if it is, like, how do I get what I need from it? You know, that's the biggest thing, because a lot of times people are like just here, just posting a post, and that's fine. You could do that. Um, but ideally, you're doing it with the thought that you are maybe collecting emails. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you. Hey, Carla, how you doing, friend? Stuck to structured. I love that, friend. Thank you so much for the populars. Like, you're collecting emails, and that email collection, that's gold, because at the end of the day, you are getting access to people outside the platform. Okay. So then now, yeah, yeah. So then now you can kind of get them to connect with you in different spaces, or different things you want to offer them and stuff. So you just have to kind of think through, like, what's my strategy here? Your strategy should be multifaceted. You should have a couple different things going into play. You said I totally agree. Yeah, so you want to make sure you're building community, building in a way so that people are able to engage with your content. Your content is for again, a certain audience that you're talking to, and then ideally you're helping them grow and offering other opportunities for them to continue to grow from you, or continue to learn from you, or continue to be entertained by you. But you got to figure out what that thing is. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Thank you for that daily heart me. And so that's that. What's the agency you're talking about? Holly said, Doc, I did it. Do it. Scared. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Creator Network Agency is for live host. Is TikTok's Creator Network program. So that's the program I'm referring to. I'll change my board out because I think I'm going to stay on. We'll stay on maybe another 30 to 45 minutes. But give me 1 second. I'll put my other board up. This is my other board. So that's when I talk about the Creator Network program. But the agency is so let me know when I can come up, please. Okay, give me about give me a few more minutes. Let me talk about the agency and I'll have you come up towards the end, friend. Um Michelle Curry, thank you so much for leveling up to level 10. Appreciate your friend. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Um, so yeah, let's see. I missed a comment. Carla, you said I need to know how to put up those boards when you have time. Okay, my nerves. Okay, right. um, the board. Okay, the board. So this is a board. Essentially, before you go live, you're gonna actually click settings and click board. In board, you're gonna click general, not multi-panel or multi-guest. Um, you can click general, and then you're gonna be able to. There's a couple templates in there. You can click the templates and just change out the words in the templates, change the colors, change the background. So you have multiple boards you can create, and when you come live, you can just switch the boards in and out. You can use and hide them. They're under the wand, and you click board, and then you're able to use different boards that you've already created. They actually have an AI board that was generated too. For me, I would caution you on using those boards initially until you edit them, because you can't have boards that have social media on them, like TikTok. You can't have the word TikTok. You're not supposed to. You can't have names. You can't have websites. You can't have pricing. So you got to be careful about what you write on those boards, and they will actually approve those boards before you go live. And so if there's something on those boards that they don't agree with, you'll get this disclaimer message that says that it may be your views may be um, limited because of using that board. So be careful about when you create boards. Let me talk about the Creator Network, and then I will circle back, Carla, and actually walk you through. I'll show it on my other phone, the board feature, if you want to stay a little longer, if you need to see the exact process to create a board. So I'll show that to you in a second. Perfect. Um, Creator Network, real quick. So I am a Creator Network. It's a free program, and when I say free, hello, friends. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, how you doing, Universe? Cole Universe. So when you join a Creator Network, you're joining an agency that's going to help you with your live stream. Agencies, Creator Network agencies, are live stream focused only. That's this space here. We're not on the content side. We're not on the TikTok shop side. It is for the live stream. So TikTok gives us a platform called Backstage where we can see your live stream. We can see your analytics and data. We can also submit an inquiry if you are in violation, at risk of getting banned or violation. Restrictions are like a timeout for you for that particular live. So we don't see restrictions, but we can kind of coach you through, like, first of all, you should always do an appeal for a restriction. That's first and foremost. And then and then if it continues to happen, we typically can kind of go through the troubleshooting process of, okay, what's happening that you keep getting this restriction? And then we can also submit a ticket to see if there's something else going on with your account. But you want to be careful with getting too many restrictions, because it can also end up, putting your account at risk, and you can lose your account. You can get banned if you continue to get the same restrictions. So be careful with that. But agency supports you there. Which is worse, restriction or violations? Violation. Violation is worse. Because that's, so I give the analogy when you were in high school, and I was a good kid, so I never had this happen. But when you were in high school, if you ever got put in school suspension, in school detention, they have you sit in a room. You might have to sit in lunch detention, or after school, you have to sit in a room, and you got in trouble just for that day. Then, something you can use. Then you got suspended. Suspension means that you got kicked out for so many days, and maybe your mama and daddy had to come up to get you unsuspended. They had to have a meeting. So suspension is bad. Detention, It's okay. Suspension is bad. So restriction is like detention. Violation is like suspension. Okay? So that's what's happening. So when you get suspended, we know that was bad. So a violation is a bad thing. So if you get into a violation, they will suspend your account. You can't go live. You can't engage in live streams. I think they range between three. I think I've seen three, four, five, and seven, depending on what you did. Yeah, so depending on what you did, same thing like I said, the high school analogy. You get suspended for a couple days or like a whole week. So depending on what you did. So just know that the same thing happens here on TikTok. So you got to be careful. You don't want to get up. You said great analogy. Some of us can relate more than others. I think. Does an actual person look at the appeal or is it AI? It's an actual person. That's what they tell us. It's an actual person. That's what they tell us. That you're saying the restriction appeal, I don't know, but the appeal for violation is supposed to be an actual person. The appeal for your restriction, I don't know. It could be. It could be AI because it comes back pretty quickly that it got approved or not approved. That is concerning. But the appeal for your violation is supposed to be a real person. Yeah, so that is supposed to be a real person. You said, who has that job? No. I've gotten that, and I'm redirecting traffic, and I didn't. Okay, Holly. So here's the thing. What we've kind of learned, you said it is a real person. Black Lotus said it's a real person. you said it's a real. For the restriction to Black Lotus, let me know. Let me know if that's what you meant. The appeal happens pretty instantly in the live stream. That's what it's like. Maybe it's like the computer, and it comes back quickly. I don't know if it's a real person for the live stream. I laughed and tapped all the way out this live. It's so funny. But the violation I hear is supposed to be a real person. So Holly, really quickly, your restriction that you mentioned, I'm sorry, your redirection restriction that you mentioned, you got to be careful. You said you didn't say anything. So what we've noticed, there's a couple things. The board, do you use a board? So I kind of go through this troubleshooting thing. So let me say the first thing that I keep coming back to and I keep forgetting to say first. Do you have on your content disclosure and audience control? Content disclosure and audience control. You want to have on those two features. Turn those features on. Audience control is for 18 years and older. Depending on what you're talking about in your live stream, depending on what, if you're promoting a product or selling something, and it sounds like you said you're not, but if you're talking about something that says, oh, go to this page, do this, do that, turn on that 18 older piece just to be on the safe side. The content disclosure is also part of you communicating that you're talking about your brand. This has something to do with your topic, your brand, your community. And maybe it's something that's very personal, maybe it's health related, trauma, whatever it is. You want to be careful about what you're saying, but if you turn on the content disclosure, it does give you a little bit of leeway to kind of talk in a more, with a more mature content or talking about something that you're doing that's very personal to your brand. Okay. So I would say turn that on. That's the first thing. If you're not operating without those two things turned on, it could be though that's causing you to get that restriction. Okay. So that's what I would say first and foremost. Didn't know about the content disclosure. Thank you for that. You're welcome. You're welcome, Carla. Yeah, the content disclosure and the audience control. Okay, real quick. Content disclosure you can get to while you're in your live. You're going to click the three dots. The three dots for me is in this corner here. It's probably where the arrow is for you all, but the three dots is here in this corner. So you click those three dots and then you scroll down. You see content disclosure. Click that, toggle on, and then check the box for my brand. That's what you can do when you're live. Audience control, the 18 years and older, you can't do when you're in your live. You have to do it before you're live. Okay? Content disclosure you can do before the live as well. Both of them you can do before the live. You should get in the habit of doing them before you're live. I'm bummed about it because when you used to use a board, the board would automatically turn on your content disclosure because they treated it as a marketing message. And it's on for me. Okay, maybe it's back. Maybe that feature is back. I need to check, but that feature may be back. Okay, because at one point it wasn't cutting on. It was, you would have to turn it on manually. So I'm gonna assume it's back because I didn't turn on my content disclosure. So I'm gonna assume that the board made it turn on because of that. Okay, and so that's good. That's helpful. That helps to kind of take away any issues, cause any issues if you're redirecting people. The other reason that you might be getting that message because you're bored. If you are using a board, your board is saying something that's not our approved message. That's another thing that people get tripped up on because they're using the board and the message, the words on that board, TikTok has an issue with. Okay, so it could be your board if you're using a board. Let me know, Holly. Do you use boards for your live stream? Because it could be that. You said that's good. Yep. Remember I told you the boards you got. You said no, you don't use boards. Okay. So turn on your content disclosure. That's the first thing I would tell you to do anyway. Turn that on. Turn on the audience control. The other thing that we've learned, and people who kept getting that message, two of my creators, they kept getting that message. It turned out that their link in bio, so they on their profile they had a web page or some link in bio that TikTok did not like. Okay, don't know between the two creators, when they removed those, that's when it stopped. So it stemmed from their actual profile that they were getting that message. You said, I do. So, and one of them used another platform, like I'm going to spell it ETSY, that platform. So they used that, and TikTok was like, you're not going to drive traffic to there. So I think that was part of her issue, that link in bio was problematic for how she was perceived as directing people off the platform. The other one didn't have that site. It was actually the actual website, but they also had a TikTok shop. I think that just made it complicated because they were sellers. Both of these are business accounts and they were selling products. And so TikTok, I don't know, TikTok was having issues with how they were um, having their shop on, but then the link in bio and what they were doing in their live, it didn't work. So they had to take that out. I have my link in my bio. Do you? That could be it. It could be. And you said you're not a business account, you're a personal account or a creator account. I will say once I took the link of my bio, it stopped getting the violations. You stopped getting them. Interesting. It could be your link is a link tree. Okay. It could be that. So color and gems, that was your issue. It could very well have been the link in the bio. Yeah. I want to ask about the Creator Network Agency. I previously applied before I was eligible. Oh, okay. But I met the criteria, but you meet the criteria now. Personal. Is the link tree a better way to do it? You said you think it was color and gem. I would tell you this: take a link out. You know, try taking a link out. Thank you, Nika Grace. Hey, Teddy. You so funny. Like, take the link out totally. Take it out and see if that is the problem first before you add another type of link. So I don't know if Linktree is better. I have Stand. So in my profile, I just recently added my Stand. I did have before that, I had the agency webpage there. And so with that, I now have the agency webpage in my Stand. That's the first thing you see. And then I also offer my other services in there, one-on-one consultations, coaching, and stuff. So it has not caused a problem. Knock on wood. I'm knocking on the wood. Um, so I don't know. Um, I had the link tree and never had any problems. Okay, yeah. So just know, like I said, the two people I referred to, one had a different one. It was to her ETSY, and then the other one had her company web page. So again, two different situations. So I'm not sure, what I would say to if the type of web page you're using matters. It may, it may. And so because of that, they removed them. They moved on. They've been doing fine. Yeah, you do. Oh, you do. Then that's probably the problem. It might be that link. Yep. That's what you have in there. That's probably what's causing a problem. Yep. Like I said, one had that's exactly what she had in there, and she said when she removed it, that stopped those pushing people off the platform messages. So I would say take that out and see if it stops. Take that out and see if it stops, and that probably is your problem. Yeah, does it for whatever reason it doesn't agree with it, it doesn't like it. Who knows? It's always about money. They probably just don't have a articulation agreement with them. Who knows? It'll randomly happen in the middle of my live, and it seems like for no reason. That was exactly what was happening to her. Yeah, that's exactly what was happening. She was like, I didn't even do nothing. I was just there, and I didn't even say anything. It just happened. And she said it was the link in bio. You say yes, me too. Oh, that's what you had too, Gems. Yeah, it doesn't like it then. It must be that account. Like I said, it's always to me it's about the money. TikTok's like, I don't get no money from this, so no, y'all can't have it. So you said you said you had a link tree. Okay. Okay. Well, like I said, I don't know. I would take it out. I would take it out and just see if that's it. Sounds like it could be it. That could be the issue. So again, just keep hey Shay, how are you, friend? So yeah, just keep so how do you redirect people to your site? Well, you're not supposed to theoretically. He's like, well, how do I do it then? That's what you just got a violation for. Well, what I will tell you, there's some creative ways people do it. People will have their name, and their name is their talking code. That's it. That's it. You're talking in code. That's it. Their name is their site, and they'll say, "Hey, Dr. Lisa," and then put that punctuation and com. You know what I'm saying? Like they're talking in code. So, like you said, sing it. Other people have it in my community at that, but it's not working for me. Yeah. I don't understand. It's no rhyme or reason, y'all. I can't explain it. Like you said, some people were able to do it and get away with it, and some people aren't. It's not fair. I don't know. I have no idea why it works that way for certain people and it doesn't for others. So, people are creative. People will have, I've seen people who have like the cute little, I got stuff all on my Post-its, but I'll pick a Post-it real quick. I got so many Post-its over here. So, you might have, there's nothing on this Post-it. I'll just show it this side. People might have something like this. They show it real quick and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, make sure you capture this. And, so people do stuff like that. People will have stuff like a board in their background and they're talking and they will like point to the board, have the camera flipped so you can see the words. Yeah, you can't say the word and you have to spell it out. I've seen. Yeah, people spell it out. Some people will spell it out or creatively say it. Go to the internet highway. And when you go to the internet highway, you're going to stop at, and look at my name up here and that punctuation, com, So people are saying stuff, there's so many different ways people say it. But yeah, you're definitely talking in some type of code at that point and letting people know what to do. I'm a big fan of showing people a little bit. So if you take your camera, put it in the comments without the com. That's true. People have done that before. Yep, I love it. I'm a big proponent of, you have your camera and you flip it and you might show them where to go to get it. Just check my restriction. It said I was showing nudity. What you doing? There was a car with a bikini. Oh. It's like, what you doing in your life? Okay. You said I used it before though. It's like, oh my gosh. It was like, what in the world? It's like, I've shown that car before. You also have to be careful of the music playing in the background. Yes. This took a turn. Wait, but, but were you? You said, was she being new? Let me follow her. So maybe the AI didn't like it. No, the AI didn't like it. They didn't like it. You gotta replace that card. When you want to show that, you gotta show the card covered up. Oh, good morning, everyone. Hey, Charlie. No, it was a booty call card. Obviously. Obviously, that's exactly what that card is. You said what exactly? She does the tarot readings, the tarot card readings. That's what she does. She's good, y'all. Y'all need to get over there. She's really good. The original Aboriginal, she is good. Yeah. So if you are wanting your tarot read, he said, oh, okay. So yes, definitely get over there. What's going on over there? She is good at it too. Her room is rooming. It's about, you said you're about to go live in 10 minutes. Yes, so definitely follow her. She goes live. She has a nice way of doing it too. So she is showing the cards, and so that's why she got in trouble. So she got in trouble because she showed the card. Just wanted to let us know what it was. All right, friend, I appreciate you. All right, so we know that's not. So did they approve your appeal or no? Apparently not. Are you good? Hopefully it got approved, and it was like, okay, one time we'll let that card slide, but no more. So yeah, you might want to pull that card from the deck. It was listed in the history column, so I think so. Okay, all right, cool. All right. So yeah, definitely pull that card if that card is flagging you. You don't want to get in trouble with TikTok. Hey Kimmy, how you doing, friend? Welcome to the room. Appreciate you being here. So yes, friends, thank you all for being here. I'm going to talk. I didn't talk about the agency fully. Let me talk about the agency a little bit more. Couple things that you guys need to know. If you are interested in the agency, I'm going to talk about what services and benefits are available. And then if you are interested, you're going to go to my profile picture. So this might be a good way of doing it, Holly. So Holly, follow me. Go to my profile picture. My mini profile is going to pop up. Go to my profile picture again. And then you're going to go to my main profile. Under my main profile is my stand. You go there, and the very first option is the agency, and you can visit that. And there's also a description information as well, a description page for you to read through if you have any questions. But that's the agency, and so I'm going to talk about it right now. Eligibility requirements for criteria. Okay, yes, for the Creative Network. Whose card that was for? They needed to look at that. Oh, that's funny. Thank you very much, Charlie. Thank you, appreciate you. Um, somebody had a boot call coming up, I guess. She has a lot of people in her room, so we will never know. Somebody has something happening for them, okay? All right, so agency really quickly. So I said it's a free program. It is a free program because TikTok pays you guys as a live host. You get a percentage of each of your live. You can earn up to 40% per live, and then you can get an additional 13% with weekly activity, okay? Weekly missions, that's what they call it. So the 40 plus the up to 13 is up to 53%. So up to 53% is what TikTok promotes as what you can earn for your live stream. The average person makes around 48 to 49, depending on what's happening in your live stream. And so with that, TikTok gets their cut. They take their cut and they pay agencies 2 to 3% to support you in your live stream. So that's what's happening over there on the agency side. So TikTok pays you and they pay the agency, and then of course they pay themselves. And so at the end of the day, it's a free program for you because your live is your live, and you can grow and build as much as you want to in this live stream space. Good afternoon. How you doing, Healing Circles? Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you all joining. Feel free to come in. We're going to talk about the free Creator Network program really quickly, and then Somebody, Carla, let me know if you're still here. I think you wanted me to talk about boards, so I'm going to circle back to boards real quick too. So with the agency, my agency in particular, every agency is different. Okay, friend. Every agency is different. Every agency is different. So I always have to say that because I don't want you guys to come back and be like, oh, well, you said this, you do this. No, everybody does things differently. How you doing, Dion? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for that daily heart, me friend. And so you just want to make sure you are being intentional about what you're searching for, what you're looking for. I consider myself great day friend, great day as well. I consider myself a learning agency. I want to teach you guys how to navigate this platform, how to grow, how to build. I want you to be able to look at your analytics. I want you to be able to kind of navigate this space with eyes wide open so you understand how to grow and monetize in different ways. So all that is what I try to offer. Can you edit the boards or do you just have to start all over? You can edit the boards. Yep, I'm going to show you that Black Lotus. You absolutely can edit them. Going live this Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for those populars. I saw you, Dion. Thank you so much, Glow. Thank you for that daily heart me. Appreciate the populars coming in. Thank you so much, friend. And so, um, with that, you want to make sure that you are looking for an agency that's going to suit you. So my agency, I do training. I go live twice a day. You guys hear me talking. I'm sharing tip strategies. I'm showing you the way. I'm modeling the way. So I'm helping you guys grow. So I go live twice a day, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. I also do what's called a weekly community meeting where we go on Zoom. That's at 6:30 on Sundays. 6:30 on Sundays. We meet every week. Um, Although last week we didn't meet because of the glitching things, but we do meet weekly. So we do that. I have a school platform, SKOOL, where you can join that. You can get information about community guidelines. You can get information about going live. I have a checklist there for you, 3-page checklist on what you should be doing before your live, during your live, and after your live. Thank you so much for those populars. And then I also do group chats here on TikTok where you can have group chat that you belong to of 32 people. You can share that live out. You can share your content in there. It gets a little busy. That's why I didn't create a real large group chat because I thought 32 was enough people kind of sharing their stuff as opposed to having multiple one big group. So you're in a group and you can share it out to those individuals. The idea is that you're connecting with other people in the agency and especially if they're people who are interested in your topic and you're interested in their topic, and you can build community that way as well. We are a great community. We're a community that understands how to engage in a live stream. We know how to tap, we know how to share, we know how to comment, we know how to get the daily heart me, we know how to support. You give support, they give support. So that reciprocity is something you want to kind of keep in mind as you're growing your community so that you can foster and pour in your community, but also pour into others too. So just know that that's what we talk about. We teach that. And then, like I said, all agencies can go ahead and support you if your account is in risk of being banned or violation. So you have that protection. And then, like I said, I come back with updates and information that I'm hearing from, my ear to the ground and how TikTok is operating. I don't have requirements. I have strong encouragements. However, let me put a little caveat into that. As time goes on, TikTok is looking to they had a meeting this Monday. They're looking to up the ante a little bit in terms of agencies and how we support creators and some compliance things. So, because they're saying we have to be in compliance with different things if we want to continue to be an agency, our creators are going to have to be in compliance too. So, that means that maybe I am going to have to require people to go live a certain amount of days of the week or over the month, over the course of the month, and just recognizing that you got to, if you're going to have an agency, if you're going to be in this space and get more access to some of the campaigns and some other ways to earn money and the training and stuff that comes with it, then you're going to have to be accountable too. So you just can't say, oh, I want to be an agency and don't show up and ever go live, because the goal is that you are actually going live. So it's a free program, but the goal is that you show up, you go live. So just make sure that that is something you have as part of your strategy. I don't require you to battle. I don't require you to go live at this point. Hello, friend. Thank you so much for joining. But you gotta go. You gotta go live. So that's the whole point. So you're welcome to join. We are doing some great things. Trinidad inbox. Do you have a Discord or what's? I don't. I inboxed you. Thank you for inboxing me. That's the way you would communicate with me. I have a school platform, so if you're an agency, you can connect with me on school. That's how it works. But yeah, that's great. And then I do if you go on my profile, I also meet with creators. I do consultations and I do one-on-ones and coaching. Yes, as soon as I start doing my live, I will join. There we go, friend. That's it. So that is a requirement. You have to have live access to join the agency. You have to have live access. That means that you've gone live. And I tell people you have to have those first three lives because TikTok requires that to give you full live access. So you have to have those first three lives under your belt, and then you can join the agency. So that's what I ask you. Apply, make sure you've gone live. I'm still not seeing my commissions and earnings in back office anywhere. Boss lady Susie, what is that for, friend? Commissions from TikTok Shop? Is that what you're referring to in your earnings? I wonder if the glitch is stopping you from seeing something, friend. Okay, great. You're welcome, Dr. Princess. Thank you so much. Appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you so much. TikTok Shop, yeah. So TikTok Shop, are you clicking the earnings button? That's the first question. When you go into your TikTok Shop, so really quickly, guys, I'm not a TikTok Shop agency. I just know a little bit to be dangerous. But I'm not an agency that does TikTok Shop. But with that being said, you have to go to the earnings button to see your commissions. I'm assuming you're clicking that. So let me know if that's not what you're clicking. Yeah, click on. It might be part of the glitch. That's the only thing I can think of. What if I give you my number and you're say that again? What if I give you my number and you'll just inbox me on TikTok? Um, Trinidad DJ, hello friend. If you message me, did we message before? We did message before, didn't we? I think we did. I feel like we did. Maybe I'm confused, but let me know. Message me on the inbox, and I'm happy to chat with you. Thank you so much, Nightstar. Thank you so much. Let me know. What's the question though? Do you have a question that I can answer here? Yeah. So I'm thinking the glitch might be part of your situation, boss lady. Hey, Coach, how are you doing? I'm doing well, Erica. Hi, Dr. Erica. How you doing? Gotta go, Doc. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Original. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate the Night Star. All right, Natty Nat, welcome to the room. Happy anniversary again. My question is very long, that's why. Okay. Okay, friend. Okay. So when I get off, I will read your message and see what your options are. Thank you so much for that. I thought it was all fixed. No, we're still seeing some glitching. We're still seeing some still there's some still aftermath from it. Yeah. Did you see Natty's comment? I missed it. Natty's comment. Let's see. Let me see Natty's comment. I might have missed it. I don't know. I must have missed it. Thank you, Nika. Um, Natty's comment said, I joined the fan club for 1 year. I've joined your fan club for 1 year. Lord, I see that sticker. Congratulations, Natty. I love that. Oh gosh, 1 year. So now they have the timestamp in there. That's awesome. 1 year. Oh my gosh, the 1 year. Awesome. Awesome. It's been 1 year, y'all. It's been 1 year. I'm good. This glitch is kind of getting me down. My views are low and slow. Yes, it is happening for all of us, Dr. Eric. I have to admit, everybody. The original Aboriginally, she was just here. She did the Night Star. She usually has a room that's rooming, like hundreds are in her room, and she's seeing it too. She mentioned that earlier, that her regulars are not seeing her either. So yeah, it's happening. I think we just have to kind of get through these next few days. Hopefully it'll be resolved by the end of the month. Um, put it in shorthand. You said put it in shorthand. His comment. I love it. Yeah, put it in shorthand. Thanks. Okay, you're welcome, friend. Um, Yay. Even on post. Yes. I have not posted content. Your girl is supposed to post some content today. The last piece of content I did, I think, was Saturday. So yes. I'm thinking about my content. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna post some content. We'll see what it does. The content has been acting slow and sluggish all of January, even before the glitch. So I'm not optimistic about it, but we'll see. My regulars told me that too. They're not seeing me come up at all. Yeah. I post daily. Yeah, I was trying to post daily. I stopped because of the glitch. So I missed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so I'm gonna go today. I'm gonna post something today. I don't want to go all week, but yeah, yeah. Views I heard are low. Anybody seeing higher views? Put that in a room. If you got a post that you've done since Sunday that has done well, let us know what you're experiencing. Those who are posting content, if you're posting, are you getting these at least 100 views? 100 maybe. I'm trying to stay on schedule. I wanted to stop. Don't give up. You know what, Dr. Erica? Dr. Erica, you missed the first 30 minutes of my live today. That's all we talked about. Don't give up. That was the message. Don't give up, friends. Stay in it. Don't let this deter you. Stay in it, friend. That's what we talked about. I have to go, but great day, coach, and everyone. Thank you so much, Healing Circle. I appreciate you. I have one that caught up after most of the day. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. Yesterday, the views seemed to be. Thank you, Nika Grace. Appreciate you. Yesterday, the views seem to be picking back up to my usual. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, that feels better. Hey, friend, thank you for that daily. Heart me. Rochelle, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. I have seen significant views. I was surprised by it. Okay. All right. So maybe it's going to be back up today. Maybe today, tomorrow, we should see some regular. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. We should see some more engagement. That'll be great. We'll see some more engagement from our views and stuff. So just stay with it, Dr. Erica. Don't be discouraged. Here's the deal about the content side. The content is a necessary evil for you getting visibility. Okay, you have to see this as I want visibility, I want reach. People are going to engage in my content. They're going to continue to see me out there. That's what that's serving. That's serving visibility for you, publicity to your live stream. So think of it as part of your marketing. It also is helping you understand who your audience is. They're coming in, they're putting comments in. So you're building that connection as well. You're going to go to other lives. You're going to go to other content. You're going to engage in those content because those people have a similar interest and their viewers like what they're talking about. And ultimately, those viewers may like what you're doing. So you're getting that connection as well. You want to build that. So you see it as part of what you want to do. Stay consistent, post your content, keep doing it. When you go live, you're going to leverage the content to promote the fact that you're going live, that you're talking about stuff that's related to your content. You're going to share it in your stories. You're going to add your live event. You're going to do the things to kind of give you a little bit more publicity to your live stream as well. And then obviously when you go live, you can be talking about maybe the content you just posted. You know, when you think about your content being kind of almost like an intro, thank you very much, Natty Nat. Almost like an intro to, what you're going to be reviewing in your live stream. Okay? So all of that can go hand in hand. So when I post content, you best believe 9 times out of 10, I'm coming here talking about what I just posted. I use that as a way to talk about, okay, here's some topics we're going to cover. When I posted, I think one of my more recent videos, I posted about the feature that a lot of people didn't know about, where you can make your live private because you only invite certain people. You can only invite your friends. You can only, you can invite specific people. So there's a feature in there that you can do that. Now, currently, our lives default to everybody, but if you didn't want it to be everybody, you don't have to. And so I posted about that content, and then when I came live, I showed it and talked about it. So it really can be hand in hand with your content in your live stream. Oh, that's a great feature. Yeah, that's a great feature. It is. A lot of people don't use it. When you think about a Zoom, you can do it here. Now, the only caveat to that is that you don't get pushed out to the FYP because it's not people coming in and just seeing you on their For You feed because you've made it just specific people, maybe just your friends. But the beauty of it is that if you wanted to have this private conversation, this meetup, you still can leverage the TikTok features. That's awesome. If you wanted to have a panel and it's just, a small group of people and you want to have this conversation here, you can leverage all the features for TikTok. You can use, clapping, sound effects. You can, have people, the gifting can still happen, the engagements can still happen. So all that can happen, but it's just a private conversation. So that's a good way to look at it too, if you wanted to do that here. Um, but I talk about that in my live because I'm talking about live streaming content. I'm talking about, how do you brand yourself? How do you create your niche? How do you know about your target audience? So there's things I'm talking about that I use for my content. And then obviously I reiterate it here or expound on it here because I have this platform, I have this time to do it. So content's necessary. Keep doing the content. Okay. Content is absolutely required. Let me know if you guys have other questions about the Creator Network program. To apply, you want to, if you apply, I can check now. You can also go to my agency page and apply through the actual on the agency page where you can see the webpage and the description. What did you say? What happened to boards? I'm going to talk about boards too. Yep. So agency page is here. This is the official agency page. So you can apply there. And that's the official agency page. And I'm going to, so let me know if there's any questions. If you apply, I'll let you know. You definitely have to be live, going live first. If you are not going live, then you won't be able to join. So you got to be going live in order to be able to join the agency. A couple other rules you want to know. TikTok requires that you are not in violation or restriction at the time you apply. So that's something you want to make sure your account's in good standing. You want to make sure you do not belong to a Creator Network agency already. It's one agency per person for only one of your accounts. So one account can have an agency, the other ones cannot. So one account, one agency, one person. Okay? So you want to keep that in mind. I'm sorry. How do I apply? If you the agency page I just pinned is the official that you can go there and go to the web profile, and the application is in the bio. If you go to my profile here, click my page here, my mini profile is going to pop up. Click my photo again. It'll take you to my main profile. In my stand store, it's in my bio as well. In my stand store is the first option is the agency. So you can click that and join the agency that way as well. So they're in both pages. Okay. So you can join that way. And if you apply, and you can't be a high earner, $5,000 over the last 5 months, you can't join an agency. TikTok says you're good. You don't need an agency. And then if you are not in the US or Canada, you can't join. So you have to be in the US or Canada for my agency. How can I put the agency banner on my profile picture? Oh, something you can use. Something you can use. You're in the school platform, aren't you? Let me know if you're not. You should be in the school platform. If you are not in the school platform, yes. Okay. If you look at the community post, I think the third post, I have pinned post. I think the second or third one that's pinned has the information on the banners. Natty Nat, she was in the room. She created them. So it's in that post there. Gotcha. Yep. So it walks you through it. Hey, Queen Sean. Appreciate you, friend. So yes, so that's where it's at. So let me know if there's any questions, and yeah, let's keep going, guys. We got this. We got this. So boards. Let's talk about boards real quick. That question came up. Let's talk about boards. So we're gonna talk about this board or any of the boards. I just changed it out just so that we know we're switching topics. Okay. So Carla, let me know if you're still here. Hey Lisa, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much. Carla, let me know if you're still here. She might have moved on. But, oh, you're here. Hey, friend. Okay, so let's show in real time. I'm gonna use my show and tell form. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Cass, how you doing, friend? Thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. Um, we're gonna show this, and then in the meantime, you guys start getting ready because I'm going to ask who is going live. You know, I'm going to ask that question. So, okay. So I'm on my agency. I'm on my shop page here. I'm going to click the plus symbol. We're going to go to the live screen. Okay. So we're here. Let me flip the camera so you can see it and a good view of it. The words are not flipped. Okay. So we're here. We're going to go to the settings feature. So I'm going to click settings. So in settings, you'll see boards. See that? Click board. And under board, they have this plus mark because we're going under general. And I did some boards already. So you can create some boards, and you can have, I don't know if they have a cap on how many boards you can have created, but you can create a few different types of boards and just have them there. So when you're live, all you're doing is clicking this option that says use. Okay. So on this account, if I wanted to use this board here, we'll use coaching support. It pops up there, pops up before I even go live. You should be able to see it. And if I want to hide it, all I'm doing is click and hide. It's gone. So when you're live, you're clicking that wand. When you click that wand, you're literally just clicking use and hide. So when I switched that other board out, I clicked hide, and then I went to the one and said use. That's all I did. Matter of fact, I could have went straight to this board and just hit use, and it would have took the other one away. Okay, so just know that's what you're doing and really quickly, Black Lotus, you asked about editing. So this one says text example, test example. When I click those three dots there, it pops up edit. So I can click edit and I can click that board. It's real hard to see because of the way it's written, but I can say example. I'm just going to change the word to test. I'm going to put the word new example. So I put the word new example in there. And then I'm going to hit done. And so hit saved. And now it says under review because TikTok has to review it. But that one's there. Okay. And then if I go out of it, it'll probably have it approved that quickly. But the three dots is what you're clicking. Three dots. And then you're welcome. So if I come back out, let's go to it. I'm going to go to boards. And it's approved. See? So it's there. Okay, so test new example. So that's all you do. You just hit the three dots to edit it. Okay, so to create a new board, let me click the plus mark here. Under the plus mark, we're still under general. Multi-guest is when you have your panel boxes. People are up in your boxes. You can put a board there too. So that's what that represents. But the general board is this board up here. Okay, you're going to click create. And under this board, you have some templates you can use, or you can create new. You can create your own. So if you wanted to use the templates, you can use the templates or create your own. So if I clicked her, and then I want to go here, I'm just going to type in my message. Now I'm going to type it in incorrectly, just so you guys can see the disclaimer message, the no message. The message that there's a problem, okay? So I'm going to type the word TikTok. TikTok, you can't use the word TikTok on your board. But let me type it in. TikTok live host. I'm just going to put that in there, okay? This is your regular board. This is actually like an engagement board if you want to have some messages here about tap the screen, share the live. Hi there, can you please check your inbox when you have time? Thank you. I will, friend. All right, I will. You just sent me something. Let me know, friend. Have you, let me know you're experiencing some glitching. Let me know what's going on. But I'll check right after this. And so you have TikTok live host. And then this is called like an engagement box. So if you want to type this, you can actually tap this and put some messages in. So if I want to say tapping is clapping. Oh, it made the emoji pop up. Let me see. So there's using voice text. Okay, gotcha. All right, friend. All right, sounds good. Um, so here, tapping is clapping. I can click done. So that's gonna be there. You see that little message. If you don't want to use this box, you can always pull it up here and delete it. Okay? You can always slide it up and delete it. I usually don't use it. I usually delete them. And then the message here, you can always slide this around. Okay? So, really quickly, this board is a problem because I use the word TikTok. You cannot use social media. I'm going to actually save it so you can see the message. As soon as I hit save, a message is going to pop up. Bam. So, the other message we just did, when we did that edit, remember we never got this message. We never got this message. We got it for this one because it didn't like what we put on this board. Okay? So keep that in mind. It says, please note that including personal information, external party websites, prices, or other social media platforms, including TikTok's own platform, may impact how your live is recommended to viewers. So in most cases, you're going to have fewer viewers and you are going to possibly get restrictions depending on what's on this board. So I'm going to hit save because that's, I could have hit cancel. So now what it did was put this under review. It's going to let you use this board, which is problematic, but it will let you use the board. Hold on. See, it did this to me last time. See, that's why I said it's definitely glitching because it doesn't like what's written. So it's trying to figure itself out. So I had to come all the way out and come back in. So I'm going to hit settings and board, and it's going to be there. See, it's there. But I'm going to edit it because I don't want to get in trouble. So with the edit, I'm going to take out the word TikTok. So I will tell you, don't put your personal name on the board or your TikTok name on the board. I'm just going to say live host. Don't put your, so it's under review now. Don't put your name on the board. Don't put a web page on the board. Don't put any of that stuff. Don't put another social media platform on the board. If you do, put initials and you can explain it. Hopefully your community knows what you're talking about. But I would be careful about what you put on the board, okay? Because it could cause restrictions to happen because of that. So then at that point you use. So Carla, let me know if you caught what I just gave, friend. You're good? Let me know if you got that, friend. I just hit use. And so when I go live, it's there. And if I go live, that board's going to be on the screen. Okay? So let me know if you caught what I gave. Yes, ma'am. You're good? You don't have any other questions about boards? Anybody else have questions? Let me know. Let me know. Good morning. How you doing, Third Eye? Third Eye is in the agency, friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, that was good stuff. Thanks. You're welcome. No, ma'am. Okay. Okay. All right, friends. Who all is going live? Keep us posted. We want to make sure we support. Keep us posted. I want to make sure got to use boards on my next live. Yeah, yeah. Boards are a good way, especially if we're doing lives where, people don't know what we're talking about. Y'all swipe past and you're like, what's our live about? That's a good way to message what you're doing and market what you're doing so people know what to expect with the live. Now, certain lives, maybe it's not that you want to share. That's fine. You don't have to use a board. But I think it is a good strategy if you're just trying to entice people and get them into your room and you're trying to make sure that you have engagement because people who you want in the room are there. Coach Jessie says 6 p.m. Central. 6 p.m. Central, something you can use going live at 6 p.m. Central as well. Throwback Thursday, 80s edition, music, trivia, and vibes. Awesome, awesome. Anybody else? Coach Jessie, you wanted to come up now? Let me know, friend. Anybody else? Let me know if you guys are going live so I can shout you out. Sunday, Thursday afternoons, I'm thinking. Okay, that's going to be your schedule, Third Eye? Okay. Nika, 1 p.m. Eastern. You're going live early. So you're going to try the earlier time? Why so early? I go live at 5:30 to 6:30 Eastern, Monday through Friday. Nice. Nice, Carla. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, definitely try the board. I mean, early in the morning like that. Are you East Coast or West or Central? So which one is it? Monday through Friday at 6. Dr. Erica's at 6 to 7 Central with your East Coast. She did say East in that text. Okay, gotcha. With weekend pop-ups. Okay, nice. Love it. I'm going to try a 1 or 1:30. Okay, you're going live today, Kim. Awesome. Are you still in Florida? Or are you back home yet? I'm going to try for both. We have a drum build. What does that say? We have a drum build we are facilitating this afternoon, making it work. Oh, I love that. Okay. I'm on early board. You're an early bird. Just kidding. I have kids homeschooling and my capacity ends at 12. Gotcha. All right. I hear you, friend. Yeah, you got to fit it in where you can. I agree with that. And you're doing it the right way because at the end of the day, you're working around your availability and your schedule. That's the first way you want to do it. You want to make sure you are available, okay? And you can be consistent. So if that time works for you to build that consistency, that works. Yes. And people are up. These TikTok streets don't sleep. You said, I'm home, but I'm still a little under the weather. Okay. Hope you feel better. I know. Doing that traveling doesn't make it better either. I traveled to Chicago a couple weeks ago and came back with some stuff. So, yeah, that's what I do to figure out my ability to stick with it. Yep, that's it. Yeah, my schedule, my 4 o'clock came about because my husband was just coming home from work, but he would do his walks because he works in the K-12 school district. And then my son, he was in preschool at the time, but now he's in kindergarten, but he was still at daycare. And so 4 to about 6 was what I was kind of working through. And let me say this to you guys. So 4 to 6 is what I was working through, but you figure when I first started going live, I was operating off of, let me go live for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. Then I got to 90 minutes, and now I'm at an hour, 2 hours. So that 2 hour block worked because we didn't have to pick him up to 6:30. But again, it worked because I had that time available to do it and fit it in. And even though I wasn't doing 2 hours yet, I still had that available block to grow into. And that's what I did. So yeah, it goes by quickly, you all. So Nana doing. Thank you very much, Kim Love Jones. Appreciate you, friend. You said doing a pop up between 1:30 until Unstoppable Miss K Latte and I were on the last night. Were you? Love it. The Windy City is cold. I know. Are you Chicago too? I know it is. Oh my gosh. I do not miss those days, y'all. Y'all stay warm. It's supposed to be worse. They had it on the national news this morning. I was listening to them. I'm talking about the weather we're getting in Florida next week, or this weekend rather. It's really Sunday. And so yeah. They reported now that it's even going to be chillier when it comes to the feels like. Our feels like is going to be 12 degrees. I'm just saying we do not get weather like that at all. At all. Okay. So yeah. He said, whew, yeah. It so needless to say, yeah, really. Yeah, we're supposed to get 12 degrees. Say what now? Yes, Leanne. Oh, gee. Leanne, where you been? Y'all gonna have alligators falling out trees in South Florida. No, seriously, they actually do. The iguanas, I said alligators, but iguanas, they fall out the trees because they freeze. They actually literally freeze and they fall. Time to plan a trip to Phoenix. 75 here today. Wow. Yes. You said they already started. Did they already start falling? Oh no. Just said, oh no. Yes. Alligators walk the sidewalks like pets in Florida. No, no, not really. No, that does happen, but no, not on a regular. Exactly. I didn't say alligators. No, iguanas. The iguanas fall out the trees. The iguanas will. She said they already started falling. Yeah. So in South Florida, that is a thing that happens. The iguanas are up in trees, and because of the cold weather, they kind of get in this frozen state. It's like they're literally playing. They're frozen, and they will fall out of a tree. Yeah. So iguanas will fall out in front of you. Yes. Yeah. So this whole thing are bad enough as it is. They are. Yes. Yes. He said like babies. This alligator park near me. Really? Crazy pics of them frozen alive. Yeah, frozen alive. Yeah. They oh I didn't know they were frozen alive. Wow. And they still alive in trans. Yeah, yeah, they're in like a transit state. Yep, they are. Yep. Yep. You see, hit your seriously. You could get hit in the head by an iguana. You could. If a gator fall out of the tree, I'll never, I'll never leave the house again. I wouldn't either. It took me a minute to get used to the little geckos everywhere in South Florida. You get them in Orlando too, don't get me wrong. But in South Florida, they're very, very pervasive. You see them everywhere. And that took me a minute getting used to seeing them. And then when they come in your house, oh my gosh. It is such a scary situation because they scared and you scared. Tonight we're expecting below zero, below 9. Wow, 9 degrees. I can't. Some iguanas are big like small dogs. They are. Yeah. So, hey Sabrina, how you doing, friend? So I will say this. Leanne, you need to watch your weather, friend, because I think you guys obviously are like they on average anywhere between 8 to 10 degrees warmer. I think you guys in South Florida are supposed to get whatever we're about to get, but not obviously not to the same extent. So I think you guys are gonna be in the 20s, and that's cold. That's cold for South Florida. Yeah, somewhere in the 20s. That's where they'll probably land, and we're landing. They said 12, like the low. Now, granted, real quick, just for y'all, I know people all over the country. Y'all, when we say 12 degrees, we talk about 12 degrees for like a blip on the thermometer, and then it'll start to warm up a little bit. And so our high will probably end up being in like the 30s or 40s. So that's not like the midday temperature. It's like this temperature early in the morning that will get that 12 degrees. But it is going to be cold. It is going to be cold for us. But yeah, so yeah, I know throughout the entire state. And we're supposed to get what they're calling Gulf Stream flurries, Gulf Stream snow, I guess. We're supposed to be getting snow too. Like, yeah, there's going to be snow that may accumulate for us too. So it's like, so this is all fascinating for Florida. Like, this type of stuff doesn't happen for us. So it'll be interesting if it actually does happen. So, yeah. Um, all right, Coach Jesse, you were going to come up, friend. I think you wanted to share something about your live stream yesterday. Let's see. Hey, friend.
Hey, hey, I was just reading those comments about the animals and stuff. Whatever. I'm done. That's like I'm tapped out on that. Iguanas in the head outside, frozen, playing dead. What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's real. Yeah.
Alligator park,
Mhm. Yeah. We got we,
Pegasus, snakes. What is this? Where's the zoo? I need to go somewhere there's no animals.
You said
Country
what does
club.
Jumanji?
Right, exactly. It's my thought. Like, what in the zoo? All right. Oh my God, that just got my whole entire body like, what? Oh, okay. Focus. What? Oh, okay. So first of all, last night I told you I was okay. First of all, hello everybody. I was so nervous last night because I was scared about what I was doing in announcing. That was one, and then I was also nervous about getting any R's.
Okay.
I was like, oh my God, please, Lord, don't let them arm me. I'm already nervous. I was scared about dropping the camera. I was scared if my hand was shaking or if I would be showing the wall and instead of showing it was a lot, but whew, I made it through. So I did that really, really scared. So I encourage somebody today, do it scared. Um,
Yes.
I know quite a few people came in the room today, and I was talking about, from piggyback off your message by not giving up. I talked about that too this morning in my live and last night. And I also want to remind, you guys that, a farmer does not abandon the field during the storm.
Mm.
Okay, they don't, because why would you abandon the field when you need to be present the most?
Mm.
So I just want to put that and drop that in whoever's lap,
Yeah.
just to be encouraged. This is not the time to, give up. We are going through some shifts. We are going through some changes. And it is hard. And I'm not saying that's not, because we all are experiencing different things and some similar things, you know. But let's keep going. You have invested time, you have invested hours on this app, and we know that the investment did not go without you giving up a lot of yourself into invest, whether that was in money, whether that was in time, whether that was in your gifts, your talent, all of that. So don't give up. You have invested. So keep nourishing your investment.
Yeah.
So the stock market goes up and it goes down, goes
Yep.
up, it goes down. So the same thing here. Things are happening, but this is just a moment. Don't consider that it is over. Do not give up on your investment, and keep watering the field and taking care of the field even during the storm.
Right.
Okay, that was that. I wanted to drop that off. And I also wanted to say I am doing it scared again, because I was officially able to schedule the comedy show.
Oh, okay.
Hoo-wee. I did do it. The live event is up. I was so nervous. Um, oh, okay. Yes, 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 y'all. My eyes is closed. So I'm like, all right. Yeah, for sure, y'all. I just pray that encourage, everybody,
Mm-hmm.
but I am taking a lot of leaps, and I am doing a lot of things very scared, and a lot of things out of my norm, and I'm embracing it all, because I am entering the second act of my life. I'm 2 weeks away from 50 as of today. 2 weeks
Congratulations. Yes.
from 50 as of today, y'all. 2 weeks. I am embracing the big 50 and walking into the second act of my life as being brand new. And I'm excited for what's ahead. And I don't know what's ahead, but I'm excited, period. And I have put in a lot of, off of TikTok time, because I had to learn things. I had to, play nice with AI and embrace it. And it was hard, but I had to embrace it because I just had to. Because not saying everybody else have to. Understand what I had to do. And now I am playing nice with AI. So, um, but I'm using it as a tool, and I also thought about it as this. And so you guys could also think about it like this if you like. But when you was in high school and college, during those times, you had to do term papers.
Mm.
When you were doing term papers, what did you have to do? You had to go to the library, you had to pull out those encyclopedias,
Mm-hmm.
you had to get resources, you had to do all of this legwork officially. I mean, you literally had to go to the library, okay? You had to go and do this hard work. And then what you had to do is reference where you got that information. So you partnered with somebody else's work back then. You partnered with somebody else's creativity, with somebody else's research and thoughts. So you did partner regardless. We've been partnering because we've also referenced the past. We also reference other people's work all the time. We stand on other people's shoulders even now.
Right.
So AI is really nothing of different. It's not different. It's just that
Mm-hmm.
it's more readily available, and it's at your fingertips. So if you want to think about it like that, don't think about that you're losing who you are. You're losing anything, because it's all depend on how much you. I mean, if it's doing all the work, you're doing nothing, and that's different. But to partner with something, it's just saying I am putting your creativity with my creativity to produce something new or to produce something different. But that's the way I look at it. Now,
So the comedy show. What day and time is that you're doing it?
that is on 2/26/26,
Okay, okay. So
and
February
at
26th at 6.
at
Okay,
8
8 o'clock. Okay. So
8
February
p.m.
26th at 8 p.m.
Two
Okay,
twenty six 26 8 p.m.
and that is here on
And
TikTok.
it's yes, and it's 11 $11.99 $11.99.
Okay. So this is a ticketed event. It's an exclusive ticketed
Yeah,
event, and
yes,
she's doing it on the 26th of February at 8 p.m. Central Time. 8 p.m.
yes,
Central, and it does. You're gonna have to make sure you register and pay the fee in advance so that you can
yes.
attend this show.
And that was the most that you can charge, by the way, if anybody else thinking about doing if ticketed event in the future, TikTok going to let you go up to $11.99. And yes, they take half.
Okay.
Just so you know, if
Yeah.
anybody was looking to do that.
Right. Right. Okay. So
And you
yeah.
only could schedule up to 28 days in advance. So
Mm,
you cannot do it but to like next. You can't be like, I want to schedule something for the summer. No, you have to keep waiting until the 28 days ahead, and then you can start. You can do the live event. Yeah. So
yeah. Yeah.
the,
So half. Yeah. TikTok takes half for us for super fans as well, and Service Plus if you do the
mhm.
class course there. So yeah, they do have. Yeah, they do have.
Yeah, yeah, and for the 11.99 one, that one is not like one of the prices they put. You actually have to hit custom, and then when you hit custom, it has more prices, but that's the highest you can do. And it tells you at the bottom like what your portion would be as soon as you click the whatever price. And so you'll know what portion is gonna be yours. So,
Mm-hmm.
and of course I'm not like a star or nothing anyway. So I wasn't trying to do like this big high price ticket because this is my first time doing something like this, and I'm already scared as it is. And so I'm
You're
nervous
doing
about
it
it, but
scared. Doing it
I'm
scared,
doing
friend. It'll be fun. It's gonna be
and
fun.
I gotta work on my stuff.
All right.
Jesus.
All right.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
the
Well,
announcement.
thank you for sharing. I appreciate you, friend.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's continue to do great things. All right, friend.
Yes.
Thank you for that. So yes, doing it scared in the chat. She's done correction. You are a star, ma'am. Yes, she is. She is doing it. So 50, Coach Jessie is hilarious. She is hilarious. And she is definitely, expanding. Expanding. She's grown quite a bit. She is doing big things. She is stretching herself, stretching her live stream and her community. She's pivoted a little bit in the last few months, so she's growing, y'all. So she's doing some big things. So it's exciting to see her continue to stay at it because she's had some ups and downs. I tell you, it's a roller coaster. I love the stock market analogy because that's true. You show up one day, things are going well. Next day, the bottom's falling out. So at the end of the day, we are the stock market. Okay. We gonna show up regardless of what may happen throughout the day. But no, she is doing awesome. So I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, she is a star. She is a star. So continue to keep doing big things, friend. So Big 50, she's doing her comedy show. Birthday's coming up as well. And so it should be fun. It should be a good time. All right, friends. Anybody else? I'm gonna head out, and the stock market is still going strong. It is. It ain't going nowhere. Thank you. It is still going strong, even when it goes down. So we are doing well, y'all. So we still dealing with glitches. We know that. We're going to continue to weather the storm. We'll be fine. The storm literally and figuratively. So make sure you stay wrapped up and warm. Okay. So just, but yeah, we're going to continue to do big things this year. We are not, January is not going to make us stop. This is not a New Year's resolution. We are committed to this process. Okay. So we're not just going to quit in January just because things got a little rough. We got a whole nother 11 months to go. Okay. We ain't stopping just because January is a little rough for us, okay? It's all good, and we will be doing just fine. We're going to stay the course, okay? We are going to stay the course. Thank you so much for those roses, friend. So, yes, how will we know about the agency? Oh, you applied? Let me see, Dr. Erica. Did you apply just that quick? Let me check. I'll tell you right now. Let's see. No, you didn't apply yet. You didn't. I don't see you in here, Dr. Erica. You said, oh, you applied with a different account? Is it your other account? Um, you know how to bust my bubble. My mind was set. What was your mind set to? You was quitting. Ain't no stopping us now. Let's see. Have a good day. Thank you so much, Carla. I appreciate you, friend. Let's see. You applied. I did earlier with this account. I don't see it. Let me refresh my screen. You was gonna quit, Charlie. What, Charlie? You've done too much. You've done too much, friend. You can't quit. You cannot quit. Dr. Erica, it didn't go through, friend. I don't see you. I see somebody. I was gonna quit as well. What? What in the world? Dr. Erica, I don't see you for real in my database. So do me a favor. Did you apply through here or did you apply through my the agency page? You said you are bountiful. I was about to say bountiful. You apply. Yes, I see you. I see you, friend. Um, there's another account in here. This account is like a brand new account. This person hasn't never gone live, so they can't join. Um, Bountiful, you're currently still with another agency, so you can't have two agencies at the same time. So it still says you're still with another creator network. So if you are not done with that agency, you have to wait until you time out, until you are no longer with them. Um, so let me know. Yes, can we chat? Yes, yes. Do me a favor. Message me here on TikTok, and we'll do voice memos. Yeah. So, you have to go through the process of talking to them first. I gotta be PC about it. You gotta talk to them first, and then tell them you want to leave and all this other stuff. So let me and so yeah, you have to talk to them first. But you can. I'm assuming, but yeah, message me and I can tell you what the process will look like. Okay. So yeah. Dr. Erica, I don't see you in here, friend. So you would need to go back and apply again. Let's see. Okay, I see you now. You just applied. Let's see. Okay, and it's going through. Look at you. Yeah, look at you. All right, it's going through. So here's okay, you got 3 steps. So let me walk you through the next couple things, okay? So you applied and you got an official invite. So you will receive, let me make sure I go to the screen. You will receive a system notification. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. You will receive a system notification in your inbox saying that a Creator Network agency has just invited you, and you can go in and accept that invitation. So you accept that invitation, and then I get a notification that you accepted. Then part two is that, so part one is that you have to accept the notification. Part two is that you have to, I'm going to send you my contact form. You need to fill out my contact form. You're going to have to copy paste it into your browser. TikTok doesn't allow for clickable links. So in the inbox messages. So I'm going to send you an inbox message. You're going to go into your browser, copy and paste it there. If it doesn't work, then we'll probably have to swap email so I can send it to you via email. But hopefully it'll work where you can just copy paste it. Then you're going to fill out my contact form. You're going to get a confirmation form. Once you fill it out, you're going to get a confirmation email, rather, a confirmation email to say that you submitted my contact form. You get that confirmation email. In that email is my school community, SKOOL. You're going to apply to that. So that's step number 3. So you got to accept the invitation. You got to fill out my contact form. And then you have to click the link to join my school community. Those are the 3 things you need to do. Okay? So that's what happens next. All right. Let me know if you have any questions about that. All right, friends. Hopefully you heard all that. Any last minute questions, you all? My phone's about to go out. I gotta charge it. I gotta figure out this chart phone thing because my phone has been acting up. It's been acting real ugly lately. It's like it went out on me yesterday doing my live. Nika, you went in here. Got it. I'll inbox you if I have any questions. Some questions. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. All right. Perfect. Um, so yeah, got it. And last but not least, you all, anybody else going live? I'm gonna get off. I got inbox messages to respond to. I got a meeting to go to. So I appreciate you all. I will be back at 4 o'clock. Thank you all for being here. Great conversation. Combination of mindset. We are always about being in the right mindset. We are not letting January stop things for us. January is a little glitchy. We know it is what it is. And we're gonna pick things up in February. And I got goals for quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. I got things I'm trying to do. So this is not stopping anything for me, okay? Legendary January. There we go, friends. That's what it is. And we're gonna keep going, y'all. We're not letting this stop us. So let me and we are all on a growth trajectory. So keep growing, okay? Keep growing, friends. Okay, so thank you all for watching. Make sure you claim your points up here. If you have any points from the Daily Heart Me to claim, from the fan club to claim those points. And then thank you for watching. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the stickers. Thank you for the gifting. Thank you for all the support. And remember, practice makes progress. We're not searching for perfection. We are trying to go, okay? We are growing and going, all right? All right, friends, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you all. Appreciate you all being here. Appreciate all the support. I will see you at 4 o'clock.